reasons.
I don't know what you're talking about, Ali.
Yeah. Right, it's
I'm always on my best behaviour.
I think some people their mic was it dying? Was it coughing
What?
fits?
Well, no. Let's put it this way: it is his best behaviour. It's not necessarily polite behaviour, but it is his best behaviour.
Yes. Right. So, welcome everybody. This is my first attempt to run a Sabbat game. So if it goes totally wrong or I don't do it right, hey, it happens. What I want to aim to do today is basically go through creation of the characters of the pack, go through lots of the background to do with the pack. I know this is unusual because for those of you who know about the Sabbat, the way the Sabbat work, for those of you who don't know don't know the game, Sabbat work in packs, so the characters need sort of gel together. Not totally. They can, as in, but it's not like a Camarilla Vampire game where you can have almost opposite people working together, and in the background totally stabbing each other in the back. The Sabbat packs tend to be a lot more like a unit.
Yeah.
Who's
and we will
go on.
we'll all have vinculi as well, won't we, to each other? So presumably.
You can have various times when you join packs. Usually go through members depending on what sort of pack they are. Has everybody played Vampire before? Anybody that hasn't?
I've played it.
Yeah.
Completely no, honest Gov.
And you do know the difference between the Camarilla and the Sabbat?
Yep.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
it. If you don't
Hope
know,
so.
yeah.
One is a group of assholes, the other is a group of idiots. Not respectively.
No,
And what we saying? Anarchs are somewhere in the middle. Is this like a Venn? Do we end up with a Venn diagram?
I don't know where the Anarchs come into this because they sort of on the outside, even the Sabbat. Sabbat basically.
Yeah, Anarchs are the ones who at the Convention of Thorns agreed to bend the knee and kiss the foot for the pretense of being separate officially, especially this period of time.
They haven't quite got that far yet. They're still, at the moment in '96, they're still on the outside. The Anarchs.
Well, in '96, they're still technically allowed to exist by the Camarilla, aren't they? So they exist as like a. That's where they kind of exist.
Yep, and the Sabbat is a lot more active. The Sabbat are, unlike the Camarilla, don't play the game with a masquerade. They do have a masquerade of their own. E.g., if you're going to murder someone, if you make it spectacular, don't get caught doing it, and if you bring the hunters, it's your problem. Sort of thing.
I've forgotten about the
There's no second inquisition, so you don't have that issue. You just have hunters. Spats don't even bother being human. They do have their own politics, their own structure, and they do have elders in there, but the Spats dislike elders. And
they don't dislike them. They're really yummy.
Yeah, they dislike them. They have a nasty habit of eating them. If I remember rightly, there is an irony there. A lot of the higher echelons of the Sabbat are old. Within the Sabbat, you've got the Black Hand, which is the elite fighting force, and you have rank and file, packs, which can come in many variations from nomadic to, I think yours is going to be more of a mixed bag pack to infiltration packs. And there's also an Inquisition, which hunts for Infernalists. And two.
I just changed my character idea.
Which technically includes Lilith worshippers as well, depending on who you are.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yes. Character generation is revised, so I think if you've got the character sheets, you basically can go through. It runs slightly different than fifth. I think you have to say each group of stats. Say what is first, second, and third. You add the dots there.
Annoyingly, these characters don't have what used to be on the old character sheets, where at the bottom they had all of the things listed out. So you could say you go physical and or attributes, and it would have the 753, then
Oh yeah.
skills 1397 or
They're more
1395, I think it was.
1395, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Look at that.
753
Not bad
for
from memory.
1395 for abilities, 0. Well, it's actually 405 advantages, but for normal vampires it's 357.
And you get 1 dot in all your attributes, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Abilities,
And-
you get nothing, maximum of 3 at the start before you spend freebie points. Now,
Right.
so
Just
what
going
the
on to
first
the
part will be just generating the character. If I remember rightly, the way it works is you idea of a concept. As I said, I think.
Ali, you're gonna like this. I've just worked out my character now has a go-to weapon.
Is it an iron sword?
No, I've decided I'm going to go Assamite
Oh.
with quietus and a chainsaw.
Oh, God. It's going to be the sickest vampire, but I think where you're going, there's some that even. I think Adam's read the book, and there's some that even sicker than you can ever be in there.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but I want my character's a shovelhead, so literally I'm an obfuscate with a little bit of quietus, and then I just come out of hiding with a chainsaw, and that's how I survived.
So who's doing the shovel heads? I know there's one.
Me.
And someone else said they were playing a shovel head. E.g. the.
I would like to play an ascended shovelhead from I don't remember the backstory, like when it precisely happened. Have we had lots of fighting in New York or whatever?
New York's still under SPAC control. Fighting tends to be. It's always places like Mexico City's always trouble. Fighting. There has been a lot of fighting in LA.
Yeah, sure. Let's say LA then.
Yeah, a lot of it. With the LA side of it, if I was reading the background, a lot of the LA was actually a failure. Yeah, in so much. I think they've gone through 2 bishops so far. The last one was deposed, an archbishop, sorry. The last one because they were too timid. The one before that because he was an absolute bloody idiot. And the last one was it moved to Mexico and has now disappeared. But you might meet him. You might meet him sooner than you think. Right, yeah, so yeah, in LA there has been lots of failures. Lots of packs have been left, or pack members being left without packs.
Well, let's say I was like the lone survivor out of a mass embrace then, for some frontal assault against the Camarilla.
You probably then been assigned to the pack. Sometimes people get dumped when a pack is short. So we've got 2 shovel heads, and we've got 2 people that wanted to play a priest, didn't we? Or have we only got 1?
That would be me as well.
I hadn't particular intentions on going priest. I had thoughts of if I had the dots spare, I would take some dots in rituals. And just be like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm a scholar anyway, and I'd just be really weird about the rituals. Like, I need the voice of a fish.
So, depending on the character that I end up playing, I was going to pick an Ariman, but going more of a warrior type. But I could do a kind of shamanic type, a bit more priestly if needed, because then she would know the rules. But then my other character would have been Premier Anti-Tribute, so would have also potentially been suitable for a priest. So I'm happy either way. But if we need a Ductus, the Ariman could be a Ductus, I guess.
Yes, that was
I
the
suppose the
other.
Shamanic would have not. Yeah.
We did discuss the possibility of sorry, the possibility of having two priests in the pack.
Yeah.
Because I would like to be rather fanatically ultra conservative.
Oh, as in the ultra conservatives. Yep, that would work. Yep. So that's actually near enough all done together. So you're going to be a mixed pack, have enough people with enough martial skills to survive, enough brains to survive, which is.
I will be back in a minute. Sorry.
That's all right. So between the lot of you, you've decided the Ductus as in leader and the priest. It doesn't matter. With leaders, they can also be priests. There isn't any thing against that. They can have two roles if they really need to.
I'm going to be back in a few minutes. I'm just going to go help my wife get in.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I said the only other restrictions I'll have to say no Black Hand because you wouldn't be selected, and no Inquisition again you wouldn't be selected. I'll give you a subtle hint. Your pack's been selected because one, you're outside. You're from outside. Was it Montreal? Two, you're not connected to the Black Hand, and three, you're not connected to the Inquisition. And there's a good reason why the Cardinal wants that. You're essentially a neutral party, and that's why. So far we've got.
Well,
Go on.
all paladin party when.
Yeah, I think you're more than the standard war party. So you're more generalist pack. So you're not an infiltration. But again, as the characters come together, we'll then get an idea what sort of pack you are, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm keeping an open mind with it. Pardon me, an open mind about that. I think I went through all the others. No Harbingers, no Salubri, Anti-Tribute, Tremere, no problem with that, but you have to use all the set of rules to create it. You can use merits and flaws with a maximum of 7 flaws, and you get a few extra freebie points.
Was it an extra 15, did you say?
Back. Sorry about that.
It is. If you look under the character generation summary channel, it tells you all there what sort of things you need to be thinking about.
Oh, I just stuck them all in the chat. I didn't realise we already have them written down.
There's resources. I was ahead of you here because I wrote all this down. It tells you which books you need, character restrictions. It tells you prelude notes, whether the character originated, how was the character embraced, why was the character embraced. Sabat have to go through two things. Being embraced makes you a false Sabat. You have to go through a creation rite to become a full Sabat. Until that point, you're lower than even a shovelhead is. You really are expendable. But you all gone through your creation rites, so you're all full Sabat. True Sabatters, I think they get called. Your packs, as I said, you will think of the name of the pack, a type of pack, which will come from as it starts to form, how old your pack is, how good is your reputation, good or bad? Or if your reputation is good or bad. Has the pack been involved in Sabbat actions against the Cambrillo Anarchs? Does the pack have any rituals of their own? Anybody wants to design that, it's up to themselves. And you've already done the Ductus.
Right, I'm back.
Yeah, you've already done the Ductus, and you've already done the idea of the pack priests. So, I gathered most of you've got a fair idea of your characters and your concept. So, the easiest way is to start putting the character sheets together. Again, that will be in. Let me just get hold of this. Completely different to 5th edition, but as simple. Oh, you have modifications to this. You have now a nature and demeanor. Your nature's your yourself, and demeanor's what you put to everybody else. It's how you gain your willpower back. Sabbat have freaks. They have their own set of things, but you can choose normal Camarilla ones. Right, let me see if I can find the page. Yeah, still annoyed it scanned it in. I'd have known that, or I'd have thought if I could got a proper copy of the PDF, but I can't search it.
Like the idea that I want to become a member of the Black Hand because they're the ultimate fighters, but that's all he knows about them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he knows. He knows that the Black Hand are really good fighters, so he wants to be one. But he's probably too psychotic to even realise about the other stuff that they need.
Oh yes, the Black Hand is an elite unit within the Sabbat. Like shot troops, like stormtroopers, etc. They're going to do things that most they're not. What's it? How you say? Cannon fodder. Right. You've got only step one is.
They are Delta Force of
Yeah.
of Sabbat.
And that's what I want to be. I want to be Delta Force, but with his understanding, it's more like he wants to be Kappa Force.
Oh God, we have a bright one here.
I'm thinking about.
You've already got your concepts, your ideas. Has everybody got an idea of a character they want to play?
Yes.
The strange scholar.
Vaguely.
2 scholars. That's good. Yep. Just make a note on a separate document. These sort of things at the start.
Serial killer.
Oh, that's
There's the
original.
chainsaw.
Yeah,
So
I'm actually going to take background in fame because I'm one of those unsolved murders, unsolved killers, where people are killed with like a chainsaw. That's me. I am the chainsaw killer.
That could be interesting.
Do they have a lot of unsolved murders involving chainsaws?
Yeah, but not where they just dissect them and then there's no blood remaining. Because it's hard to tell there's no blood remaining because basically there's most of them are over there, up there.
Oh dear. He's going. Yes.
I was a serial killer before I became a shovelhead, and the shovelhead, becoming a shovelhead broke me.
Oh dear. You're still playing the Malkavian.
No, I'm being an Assamite, but I am going to take a derangement.
Oh dear. Hey.
Because if I remember rightly, there is a flaw to give me a derangement.
There is. Yes.
I do find that so funny because one of the suggested concepts for the Simisi in the Lore of Clans is literally that.
Oh,
You were
Well,
a serial killer, and now you're a folkloric legend.
Yes, it's going to make.
I've just upped my game from murdering with a chainsaw somewhere in the middle of like a quiet area, so no one heard me, to now doing it. I've upped my game to now being able to do it inside the city because no one hears a chainsaw when you've got quietus.
Dear, background. Most members have hail from North America and
That is pretty dope.
I'm starting to feel like it was a sensible choice not to lock in a character concept because I wanted to see what the group wanted to play like first. Good choice, I think.
Yes. Just was it looking at Asimite? You do know you have to do an apprenticeship.
Oh, that came after I became a shovelhead. I was literally created for a night of murder, and then I survived. And during that night, I actually ended up diabolizing at least one vampire. Because, I lost control and enjoyed it.
Actually, to be fair, no, you've never gone through that. And there's a good reason why. You're probably a failure. Just left, was it just given up out by these, by this clan of yours? Just shoved out to an unsuspecting pack.
Yeah, they probably went, yeah, we'll deal with him, and then they went, oh wait, he's a little bit, he's actually slightly a few, slightly, I say slightly, mad.
Yep. So yeah, you are. Yeah, yours is easy. You're a failure. You've been kicked out. It's up to you if you were hoisted and dropped onto the pack or not. And you can decide that as a pack if Dave's character was hoisted onto you or not.
We might have welcomed him if we'd chanced to cross him. Because sometimes if a pack is nomadic and they come across a sort of a lone vampire who survived the creation rites or something, then you might, in theory, bring them in.
It's more likely being bloody kicked out to die, more like. You might have come onto him that, literally kicked out. That's the closest you would have ever been to the Black Hand of taking one look, you're too fucking mad, and going, whoop, that's it, you're out.
Yeah, but I don't really fully understand that, hence why I want to be a Black Hand. I don't know that I've already failed.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, so yep, that's it. You also got to think of nature,
Demeanor.
That's it. My bloody brain's not working. Then it's just going through the stats. Again, keeping in mind that doing that, the first thing you do is prioritise your physical, social and mental, which is the 7-5-3. So what you put first is your primary, secondary and tertiary. If you played before, you know what the stats mean. There are some differences between the two. In this one you have charisma and appearance. Sorry, you have appearance. And there's something else that's different. No, everything else is different.
Yeah, perception as well.
Yeah, that's it. Perception is also a stat. You've got one in each. Just to give you, if you don't know, just to remind you, 2 is average. You'll be able to change these with freebie points at a later date. So just put them as you think you want them. At the moment, keeping your concept and ideas. A lot through this as the concepts come out and packs go together. We'll move these around.
I really feel like these editions, they couldn't be bothered to differentiate between psychopath and sociopath. The description of sociopath: all inferior beings, both living and undead, should be exterminated in order to bring about a harmonious existence. That's psychopath, not sociopath. Then it's you feel no remorse when you kill.
That's
again, that's kind of a bit of both. And on the contrary, so that is their sociopath is actually psychopath.
Sociopath is someone who has no feeling,
Yeah.
no understanding of that. But most of them, you wouldn't, as you said, the story goes, you wouldn't know they were there.
Yeah.
I assume everybody's got a character sheet and a blank document somewhere so that they can work on this.
Yeah.
Regain willpower whenever you are the greatest contributor to the body count after anything that's settled down. Yeah, I'm going. Sociopath is definitely my nature.
Where are you
Going,
finding these archetypes?
Hmm?
These archetypes.
No, these are on the character sheet, there's a thing of nature and demeanor.
Yeah.
So the
no,
demeanor is
right. What he's asking is, where are you finding these archetypes?
Right, they are in the main rule book. There's description.
I've been looking in the wrong book.
Yeah,
Typical me.
main core rule book. It should be 103.
Okay, I've been looking in the Sabbat players.
There are some in there too. There are actually 2 lots. The spat one gives you some further options, which includes freak. The spat one gives you a few natures and nature and demon. 80. On page 86 to 87 gives you some of the spat ones, which include capitalist, chameleon, creep show, enigma, eye of the storm. Despite your calm and subtle appearance, chaos and havoc seems to follow you. Guru, sadist, sociopath. If you can't think of one as the concept goes, you can add these in at a later stage. So it's
I was thinking Enigma at the very least for demeanor.
yeah.
oh creep show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going with fanatic for nature and sadist for demeanor.
I've gone sociopath for nature and creep show for demeanor.
Dear.
Let's have a look what I've got. So I think when I was thinking of the Aramean, I had Bravo for the nature and Monster for the demeanor. Which normally you'd expect them to be the other way around, but I actually quite like that as a bit of a contrast. But if I was going to do the Premier Anti-Tribute, what did I write down for this guy? Traditionalist for nature and perfectionist for demeanor, which is a bit more in keeping with a Premier.
Yeah, the Tremere was it weakness doesn't work in the Sabbat city, strangely. There's no well, you're not going to be bumping into too many Tremere.
That is true.
Yeah.
Although I suppose there is that clock sitting on them that in 2 to 3 years' time they'll be obliterated anyway.
Oh yeah. So there is a local prince's Tremere, so you have to avoid certain cities.
I mean, you could always give them the revised floor as well, which is the one about being bondable after 2 drinks.
No, the other one will be fine because that's the original. Yeah, you're going to be dead in about 2 years' time anyway.
Exactly. So I'm completely torn between which of the 2 to use really, because I really got into the Aramean character, but then I was listening to a podcast and someone was talking about the Anti-Tribute, and I was like, actually, that's the first time that's actually clicked for me what the Tremere Anti-Tribute are like, and I was like, I actually quite like that, and then I sort of went and read a bit more. So.
Oh yeah, they in 5th the House of Gorax, whatever you can never pronounce it.
Yeah, House of Goratrix.
Yeah, the anti-tribute didn't all die. Is basically what happened. They just thought they did. The truth of the matter.
Well, they're no longer really led by Goratrix, are they? Because it's spoiler alert, Tremere in Goratrix's body. So the new House Goratrix is actually the old House Tremere, but he's in charge of it. Whereas the old House Tremere is now technically House Saulot because Saulot's in charge of it.
Oh, technically, if I remember rightly, it's one of the it's one of the Justicars that's actually running it.
Well, Etrius is running it day to day, I think.
Oh, what's his
But
name?
Premier's body was supposed to be in Vienna, or was in Vienna.
Oh, it's not left. There's not a lot left.
Of course, Vienna's been bombed, isn't it? But yeah, Tremier's body was taken over by Saulot.
Oh, it's all as
Yeah, but isn't it? And isn't Tremere in one of his fucking
Yeah, he's in
chowder as well, isn't he?
He's in Goratrix's body, yeah.
I mean, Godrix
who's
is
his
the most
ex-partner?
well known of his chowder, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Goratrix is actually in a mirror. So if anyone was going to lead the Tremere anti-tribute, it would have to be a mirror.
And where?
So the Tremere are all playing musical chairs.
They're all playing musical chairs, and some of them are aware of it. Some of them have started developing third eyes. I always thought a really interesting flaw for fifth ed would have been if they started developing like witches' marks, because they've got that Tzimisce blood in them. So like they
there
might
we
have
are.
started developing tentacles and things, instead of like a fifth finger, you've got a tentacle. Like that would have been quite cool, because that would have then encapsulated the end times kind of weirdness of what they are.
Oh, they're even more weird as in considering what they were originally. As in
Yeah, exactly.
mages. Yeah, Tremere's smart idea for immortality. Yep. This is sort of a sort of distraction the anti-tribute are about, so you can create both and see which one fits the pack.
Yeah, well, I've started both of them up so far.
That's it.
So it's just a matter of tweaking things and going around and altering stats and things to see what fits better.
Oh yeah, and then there's Clan, which basically is all a standard anti-tribute. Oh, and a certain Cardinal Strathcona proves that the only difference between a Ventrue and an anti-Ventrue is a name. Literally. Oh, a subtle hint here, he was Ventrue once.
Yeah, he was. And then he jumped ship.
Yes.
I can't seem to find a lot of the other archetypes. I can just find the one in the core rulebook, but I can't find anything else.
You might be better off Googling them, because there's loads of them on wikis.
Yeah.
The ones for the Sabbat book are on pages 86 to 87.
It's then I have the wrong book because it's not on them. It's not there.
Are you looking at Guide to the Sabbath Revised, or are you looking at the Player's Guide to the Sabbath?
Player's Guide.
No, you need the
That's
revised.
different. You need the revised one.
The players one is only the players and the storytellers only used for the anti-tribute as in Tremere because they removed
They're
it.
not.
And
Yeah.
both work together anyway. There's so little difference between the versions 2 and revised. This revised is just a little bit more cleaned up.
I've posted posted a link.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Also, if anyone is finding that the other version of Guide to the Sabbath that they've got doesn't let them search for words, my version does.
Yes, as I said, I was annoyed. I hadn't realised the guy had scanned them all in. I thought, I can't search it. So I've dug the hard copies out. So
Well, the version I've linked to now should
I'll
let you search.
Replace it. Yep.
Yeah, because I've got 3 different versions of the PDF, and one of them you can't look at. One of them's not got enough pages in it.
That's it. Yeah, that was off the eye. The eye does not have enough pages. Oh, it also says Sabbat bloodlines.
It also, the player's guide in the resources also has radically different ethics for the various paths.
Yeah, it will do. It's the revised I'm using. Which
Yeah, revised to clean them all up.
it does clean
Yeah.
them all up.
Yeah.
I think when you look
They
at
use different virtues and everything in second edition.
yeah, they've cleaned them. They've cleaned them. If you do the revised, it's a far cleaner. They're far cleaner lines. And I don't think there's one or two have been removed. I think was it the Path of Harmony's been replaced by Path of Feral Heart or Harmony's
Feral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Harmony's been replaced basically. See, that's also the other thing.
Posted the archetypes in the chat as well if you have a look.
Yeah.
A long list, so you might want to double check, but I mean, the archetypes are mostly the same across editions, so I don't think it should matter too much.
No, they never changed because I've run this long enough. They never really changed them that much. There's just little changes here and there in the clans. I'm lucky enough with Revise, they say if you do it before such and such a date, Asamites have a different a bound, so they actually put that into it. If you're using 20th, it's all this is done. It's up to you. Even more was it options involved. I know in Mage they do hell of a lot of options on the 20th edition. You can either have you can still have the Avatar Storm going, or the Avatar Storm's now gone. You can have the the Hollow Ones destroying Dorset? The Chancery or not destroying it. Whole load of things. Oh yeah, while we're doing this and choosing plans, if you do this Tsushimi, I tend to use vicissitude, tends to be a virus. It makes sense in later things. Basically, vicissitude is a disease. Hence why the old clan don't like it. And
Yeah, I think that was that's more optional in revised, isn't it? Because in second edition they were like, oh, it's a virus, and then they published another book where they're like, and it's actually a spiritual disease that's come from the Umbra, and even mortals can learn.
That one I'll play.
I had a Tremere that was infected with that. That wasn't fun.
No, as in the Vampire Chronicles I'm running, that's already occurred. But it didn't occur to a Tremere it's to one of the independent clans and one person. All I'll give a subtle hint, it's your favourite mage. That's the cause of it.
Your actions are bizarre, puzzling, and inexplicable to everyone except yourself. You're strange.
Right, so
Effective creation rates, or most effective way for you to carry out
what sort of clans have we got so far? I know we've got a Kiersid. I know we've got an Asamite.
Yeah.
Ventru.
Anti-trip.
Ventru. That's
Well,
good.
yeah, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we need an Asamite anti-tribute and a Ventru anti-tribute just to kind of cover the bases, because those are your kind of bread and butters, really, aren't they?
Oh yes.
Besides the two main clans.
The two main clans are the Battle and Sombra and the Tsumi. They are the two founding clans.
Yeah.
And what else is there in there? Kiersids have always been on the outside. It's unusual to have one travelling.
He has a very fancy RV.
Very fancy RV with a chainsaw rack.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No harbingers. If you're playing Gangrel, you'll have to choose city or country. We've got no bourgeois.
Yeah, they're another one that's quite big in the Sabbath, so
Yes.
it would be good to have one, but it's not essential.
No.
Ooh, that's a perfect 1 point floor.
You've got to the floors already.
Yeah.
That's all right then. For those
You
who-
remember, I have been playing vampires since the 90s.
Yes, it's true. For those of you still behind, after you've done all your plans and stuff like that, there's your select abilities. Again, you have 3 categories: talents, skills, and knowledges. There are some in the core rulebook you can use. Which are on the character sheet. There are also others. There are some that are specific to the Sabbat, which includes fire walking and fire jumping, if I remember rightly. Oh yes, fortune. I don't know why this is in the Sabbat book. It includes fortune telling, panhandling, beggar basically, vamp, fire dancing. Sabbat make a big thing about fire. To prove that they are men or women or Sabbat, they can go and jump through fire. Yeah, it's done as a ritual. You'll still suffer from Rostock if you get too close to the flames. Knowledges, you've got laws and occult. Academics is academics in this, not like in the new one where they've separated some out. Actually, no, it is exactly the same as the new one. Academics is more things like humanity, but your science is more to do with science, and same with computing. So academics is your basic education. Academics. You also have alertness. You don't think you have awareness. There's another.
Awareness is a secondary skill
Yeah.
in Revive. Yeah.
It's not a main skill.
Whereas in V20 they just roll them together, which kind of makes sense to be honest. But yeah.
Knowledge count addition. That's it.
Atlee, I found the floor for you.
Oh.
It's called Inbred.
Ha! Ha ha!
You can kill him now if you want to.
He's from Iceland, so they're kind of like the Cornwall of the world.
You're calling the Cornish inbred.
Yeah. Not as much as the Welsh, but you know they're getting close.
Oh.
And then you have Alabama, of course.
My husband's in the room and he's got Welsh family, you know.
I can't believe inbred is a 1 to 5 point floor.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yep. It does mean you tend to pick up things.
If I was playing Giovanni, I'd totally take the 5-point version and just
I could
play
have sworn there was a floor
Gus
that allows
from
you
the
that gives you a
Goonies.
derangement.
I'm pretty sure there is a floor that gives you a derangement.
Actually, let me have a quick look.
I remember there used to be one, but I can't remember what it was called.
I'm Googling it now.
Same here.
Deranged 2-point floor, but that's in V20. So I don't know if it'll be in this
Yeah,
as
that'll
well.
be fine. That will easily go across. Not a problem, but 2-point though.
It's almost tempting to take monster as a nature.
Let me have a look on what it actually says in the in that book. I've got the V20 book somewhere on my
Yeah, that's a bit.
system somewhere.
That's a bit might, because with the derangement, 1 point would be
It's quite
horrible,
serious.
2 would be middling, and 3 would start to be it would start to be a bit of a pain. Of course, Malkavians cannot take that thing for obvious reasons. That's their flaw. Right. If you've got onto your knowledges, it said it's 3 categories, 39.5. Again, initially you can't have them above 3.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You can't have, at the start, you can't raise any, ability above 3 when you're doing the initial, assigning.
Until you get freebie points, you can't go above 3 points. The 3 dots in an ability.
Yeah.
Attributes you can. Abilities not at this stage.
Well, attributes you'd almost have to, for your primary at least.
Yeah, you can spend freebie points during this stage. It's just remember to knock them off the total. That's all you need to do. Again, you'd be going backwards and forwards. Oh, then it gets onto the fun bit.
I'm almost tempted to change my path of enlightenment.
What were you thinking?
Well, so I was initially thinking Path of the Scorched Earth and going Scientist Nature. But because I got an Enigma Demeanor, and I've read the monster archetype, I've kind of got it into my head into trying to do the, being inspired by some of the really fucked up sort of fairy tale stories.
You're doing
So,
a Chiasti, is that right?
Yes. So who knows?
So
In wherever my haven is, I probably have some children tied up with cut vocal cords to feed on.
Oh, we never said they were nice. Just in my game, the one you met is actually quite pleasant. Even down to having a pet, Nosferatu?
I'm tempted to do that. I'll see how it goes.
I warn you now. With my flaws, I have put us definitely in the crosshairs.
That seems to be a running trend recently, David.
Yeah.
No. So I've taken the flaw, incomplete understanding. I am a shovelhead through and through. I don't understand everything. Hence why I've already failed at being a member of ever having a chance of becoming a member of the Black Hand. I don't understand that enough that I still think I'm in with a chance. Because they're just elite warriors. If I just go around killing enough people, eventually they'll have to take me. I don't know. That's not how it works. And then I've taken the flaw because it seems appropriate for the mission we're on. I've taken expendable.
I think he was going to say he was at the Kirsten was going to be the target. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that doesn't mean your character's naive, does it? Oh,
what?
Hell. You don't have a complete understanding of anything, do you?
No. I understand that I'm a vampire. Hence why I'm on the. I've gone for the path of Cain. I am trying to learn about the power of Cain because I don't know Jack.
So I thought.
David, I might almost suggest instead of Path of Cain, Path of Orion. You're just trying to find bigger things to kill to prove that you deserve to be in the Black Hand. Yeah,
it's in the Paths book in there.
Its founder, the Bruja Anti-Review, Aaron Wiltshire, is still alive and willing to teach young vampires way of Path of Orion. Okay, ethics. Strengthen your vampiric condition by forsaking what holds you down. Ooh. Destroy those who have fallen to their beast. Yeah. Vampires are hunters, not killers. Meh. Beast is a tool that can be controlled. Yeah. Destroy those who follow humanity, or even worse, Galconda. Yeah. Do not embrace needlessly. I don't know how to embrace, so that's not going to happen. No one's explained it to me. Right. 1. Hunting only be as weaken yourself. As a serial killer, I'm finding a flaw with this one immediately.
Okay. It was just my first thought was like, or the very least the V20 version is all about just finding more dangerous things to kill to prove that
Yeah,
you're better.
which makes sense, but I'm also a serial killer, so that kind of means that on a constant basis, I'm doing a level 1 crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that I don't think the rhyme would work because of it. Even Sabat.
No, I think the... Oh, actually, what about Feral Heart, Path of the Beast? That might be alright. Maybe. Refusing to kill to survive? Yes. Killing a creature for other reasons other than survival? No. That doesn't work. That's a level 2 crime. Okay, that...
No, fair
Okay,
enough.
so... Yeah, I think the Path of...
Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I mean...
makes sense because it also means why you'd be very happy to go to Montreal. There's lots of nodists there, or noddyists are there.
Yeah. Maybe they can teach me stuff like, what is a vampire?
They'll teach you stuff. I'm not too sure how to be a vampire. Depends who you fall in with. I think Adam will get this if he gets in the wrong side of the widows.
Oh, I am so tempted
Yeah.
because of my incomplete
Yeah.
understanding. Because of my incomplete understanding, to take some of the supernatural ones. So, like, I'm repulsed by garlic because I believe it's actually true, and it's because. Oh, that yeah.
As we're going down, your skills and knowledges. Going down, your disciplines, you get 3 dots initially. Backgrounds 5.
3 dots.
3 dots
Yeah.
initially. They tend to be your clan disciplines.
You get 4 dots for Sabat. It's 3 for Marilla.
Yeah, you're right.
So you get
Sorry, what? What's
you
the
get
difference?
4 dots for Sabat, but you don't get any backgrounds, and you get fewer points for virtues.
Let me have a look.
Yeah.
You have to guide me through that because I'm still doing like.
Yeah, so it works out. It
Abilities.
works out the same. So basically, you don't get the 5 points in backgrounds, which that saves you 5 freebie points. You don't get 2 points in your virtues, so you only get 5 points in virtues instead of 7. And then in return, you get an extra discipline point.
Okay.
Yeah. No pandas, so we don't have to do that. Yep, no backgrounds. You can use them. Yep. You can
And use freebie points.
So the only backgrounds we get are through freebie.
after 3Bs.
Exactly.
Nice
Because
one.
you don't have connection to the mortal world.
Yeah. No, they've
But you
actually,
get discipline.
they've actually, to be fair, have stripped you of your mortal side quite deliberately. As you said, you don't, you live outside. You're not even playing to be a human. You've given up
No,
a very long time ago.
more than likely. I also kind of had the hilarious idea of taking eerie presence, but it's not like I give off a bad vibe. It's just when people look at me, I have this weird uncanny valley effect on my face. But like my face has a weird uncanny valley effect, as well as despite my height, I always seem to be able to fit wherever I am. Not that I do, but it just looks like I do. So if I look way too big for a car and I get into it, when people look at me, it just looks like I fit perfectly.
Right. There's also a difference within the But in the virtues, I think you get less.
Yeah. You get
Yeah.
less. You get 5 dots for virtues, and if you have instinct and or conviction, you don't get 3 dot in those.
Yeah, the alternate star is 0, which makes taking a path of enlightenment actually quite expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So it is. It's only
Oh, you just have to be prepared to fail, or you roll lower there.
again. It says this. Vampire following path must begin. Vampire following path of enlightenment must begin a game with a willpower count of 5 minimum.
Yep.
You don't start the game with above 5, but again, because you're older vampires, you can do that if you want to. Yep. You can even take humanity if you really want to, but it is just taken as that. Depending on the path, each will have different things. So instincts and that you have to circle the appropriate. So it's not all their paths are not all the same. Virtues, other than conscience and self-control.
Which book are we using for character creation for the Sabbat? Is it the actual? It's not Guide to Sabbat, is it?
No,
It is, guys.
Sabbat.
Sabbat revised.
Yep.
Received.
So I was in the right book.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's see. If it's your price of freedom is why you do not have as many virtues.
I've also taken another flaw based on what you said as a storyteller. Because I've been kicked out, I've also taken the outcast flaw.
Yes.
So the Assamites hate me.
Yeah, you're bloody a failure.
I am a pariah.
Yeah, they don't like you because you're a bloody failure. It's probably why this pack's been numbered with what the Assamites would probably think as a failure.
Yeah. To the point that they don't even call me an Assamite. I'm a panda. Oh yeah, I can call myself a panda because I think that just means I've marked. I'm a bear.
Yeah, because there are some pandas who actually know who their sire is, but they declare themselves pandas anyway.
Oh yeah.
No, but I call
No,
myself a panda because I lack
bear.
the understanding. I lack the understanding to know panda means I'm clanless. I'm a panda, which means I'm a strong bear. No one messes with a panda.
You're going to have to work out a way how to control this one. That'll be fun. Pardon me.
I'll keep a stake on standby.
Or a very long lead. Damn boy.
Lead my
You can get one of these extendable ones for me.
There is a character in Montreal by Night who's just like arms and lost his arms and legs, and I think they do carry him round on a lead, or sometimes they put him in like a pram, wheel him round to terrorise mortal.
Oh yes, he's actually quite famous.
He is, so we'd probably have heard of him.
Oh, I'm trying to think what his name is.
I haven't.
He's got
that'd be in character. I haven't.
Well, you might not have done. No, if you're really new to the city.
Oh yeah, those if you've been there would know. He's cool.
I mean, we've got a cardinal in here, and we've got a thing like that. I'm expecting a dog collar.
He would be totally disappointed.
I know.
Oh, I know.
I feel like I'm going to be disappointed every time I meet someone. And go, I'm a priest. You're not wearing the right clothes. I'm a. I'm a cardinal. Wait a minute. Aren't they supposed to be wearing purple robes with the big pointy hat?
Oh, is it Toy? Is it called Toy?
Yeah. He's called Toy.
Yeah, Toy.
Famous.
Samadi quadriplegic.
Yes.
And they keep him in a toy box. Oh my god. Yeah.
You don't want to ever be put in the toy box with Toy. I think even Dave's character would not survive it. So disciplines you get 4, backgrounds non-virtues 5. Your willpower will be equal to your courage. That means you need
So
a
you get
minimum
5, but you also don't get, and so because you get 5, you get, and you don't start with 1 dot in conviction or instinct as well. So that's 2 points gone before you even spend. So you get 3 points basically.
Well, yeah. Or you have to spend some of your freebie points because
You do.
willpower only got 1 point per dot in this
The
edition.
minimum a vampire following a path of alignment must begin with a willpower trait of 5 minimum. So some of your freebie points will be was it used there. Spending points on courage or raising willpower with freebies will provide the minimum. I think his courage is the only one you get 1 free dot in.
Yeah, if you keep humanity, then you'll get it in self-control and conscience. Yeah.
Or wherever your path was it dictates, but it's different.
Yeah.
What sort of paths people are taking? I know we've got a path of Cain.
Path of Power and the Inner Voice.
Ooh.
I think that's a good one. Good shout.
I'm on the same.
So, I was on Path of Harmony, which I believe is basically Path of Feral Heart now.
It's a variation.
Yeah.
Path of Harmony is harmonious and animalistic nature of the vampire, and I think it is essentially now Path of the Feral Heart.
Yeah, there's a sidebar on it. I'm trying to just read it, see if there is anything different, but I don't think there is.
What's the
conscience and instinct? Although the hedonist feels no remorse, so I think there is a difference.
What's the starting value of the paths?
It's equal to your other 2 virtues. That's not courage.
Conviction and instinct, or conscience
or
as
whatever
well.
you've got.
It's the both of those add together. So I've started at level. I've got 3.
Yeah.
Same.
That feels quite high. I'm tempted to go down.
So your courage determines your willpower. The other 2 determine your path. That's a variation to the Camerlan ones. There is one difference with harmonists. They have conscience and instinct. That's the only difference. Although the harmonist feels no remorse for doing what he must do by nature, hunting, feeding and killing, he tempers his actions with understanding of the place in the natural world. So your sins will be very similar.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But the only difference is you have not conviction, you have a conscience, but that only gets pricked if you go and do something that's outside the nature. If you kill outside the hunting, feeding,
Killing.
anything.
Yeah.
So that's the only real difference between them. It's an older path, not followed as much now. So yeah, no after. Is that everybody's paths? Yeah, I like the inner voice, the path of the inner voice. That one's
Do we not have anyone on the Path of Honourable Accord?
I'm considering the change to Honourable Accord instead of Scorched Heart. But I'm also considering like Path of Night or what's it? Not Path of Death and Soul.
Oh yeah. Honourable Accord is like the more knightly
it is very
of the bunch.
Yeah, I'm not going for knightly. I'm going for creepy, weird monster.
Not the Honourable Accord, then.
No.
But it's honourable according to
there's
the
nothing
Sabbath.
in Honourable Accord that explicitly states you have to be a good person.
No, exactly. It's about being honourable according to the Code of Milan.
Well,
the Code of
keeping
Milan
your word
is
and repaying your debts, which is a very fairy thing, and they don't usually do either.
No.
They don't do either in the ways that you'd want them to.
Yep. Yeah, the honourable accord is the one where you would, you hold the precepts, failing to show hospitality, associating with the dishonourable, failing to specify group's rights.
What did you call me?
Like, disobeying your leader, failing to protect your allies, placing personal concerns over duty. Somehow I don't think that will quite work.
No.
No.
I have changed my demeanor. I've decided to make my character a little bit easier to control.
They'll find a way to control you.
No. I happily will take orders. So I've taken a demeanor of soldier. So I kind of listen to what people tell me to do. They go, we need that person killed, and then they don't tell me how I'm going to do it. I'll go and do it. I just probably won't be the way they expected.
No.
So I'm kind of like a point and click weapon.
That will suit. You're the big hitter of the group.
I'm not sure. I don't even remember if there is a stats for chainsaw in any of the books.
I believe that there is, yeah. I think it's in the
Comment.
Sabbath book.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But it might, if it's not in the Sabbath book, it might be in
It's melee.
the Storyteller's Companion.
It's melee, and I'll find the stats for it.
I've got my
Whereas
screen
I go
somewhere.
for Path
I'll
of
check.
Death and Soul, I might need to find a way to get a hold of necromancy.
I think I'm going to need some potence.
So there are some Tremere members who are looking for necromancy because they did used to have connections with the Cappadocians back in the day when they were still a thing. So in theory, there might be some necromancy within the Sabbath, but probably not a lot.
No, there's very little in that fact. If you look at the clans, the only ones that would are not here yet. The Harbingers.
Oh, Serpents of the Light, actually, they might.
Well, no, they would have Setite sorcery, which is
They
quite
do have
different.
Setite sorcery, but if in Revised, they also have access to Wanga, which is
That just sounds brilliant.
basically it's voodoo necromancy is basically what they can. They don't automatically gain access, and they do get the voodoo necromancy as well. So yeah. So they get Wanga, which is the blood magic, and it's voodoo necromancy, which is the necromancy. That's one. I've got it the right way around.
5, 6, 7,
I'm
8,
just
9,
yeah.
And that's
Well,
in blood
isn't
sacrifice.
there like a thing with Kaiser
14.
doing things with necromancy?
Yes, there is. There is a historic thing that they used to. In second edition, they had it as well, but now some of them just pick it up as an out of clan.
Yeah, it's out
I-
of clan. Their main thing now is, in this one, there's so many versions of these curses now. Even in 5th, there's at least 2 versions of it, just to make life difficult. They use
Mythosaria.
Mythosaria, yeah, as in masters of trickery,
Riddles and trickery. At the very least, in V20, it was like they could detect lies, and they could
Oh, they still do that.
yeah, and they could set up like marks on you which confused you enough that you could potentially just stand out in the sun, not notice the sun had risen.
They certainly. I was sort of reading up what their actual that's it. They absorb. They basically absorb that. They have fairy sights. They have aura absorption. They can create mystical wands and symbols of occult power. So occult's always useful to have. Riddle parastique. Yeah, that's where they give a riddle and the poor little person sits there going still mind, absorb the mind, and the greatest trick. So they have a
Yeah, it's a bit of a isn't it? Mythosaria, or however you pronounce it.
Folderol, that is the one where they can actually detect lies. Power reveals lies told to a curse. in several different ways, which varies from vampire to vampire. Some cases can perceive light via the teller's tongue, glowing an unnatural colour. Others' eyes well up with glowing unnatural colour, while others' eyes well up with blood tears when lied to. Yeah, so you're very good at questioning people, basically. You're
Yep.
lying.
I am. Yeah, I'm just wondering about. What effect to have?
I can't find the rituals background in this editable character sheet.
Oh,
I sort of need the rituals background to be priest.
oh,
See it on mine?
you should able, if it doesn't have it in there, you should able to type into the field.
I can see it on the one I downloaded just now.
I might just end up having a mentor who's teaching me necromancy.
No, that's not the one I want.
Maybe,
Is it?
maybe my sire was originally from Montreal, and that's where his haven is.
You'll be travelling away, so you're the one that probably knows more about that, but you haven't been there for a long while.
No, but well, so the original idea was I'm originally from I forget the name of the city now. It's that city where all the voodoo happens.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, that's it. Originally from New Orleans, but perhaps he stayed with his sire for a little bit in Montreal, and then when he went away on his own, at some point he joined the pack. The intention was...
You would have been there when a certain bishop was in, archbishop was in control. The one who
Wow.
the one who got was it nicely charged with infernalism and was destroyed.
Yeah. So that is
I've forgotten his name.
yeah.
Cardinal Sins. Yeah. Who in 1992, if I remember rightly, was found guilty of infernalism and killed by Dusalto.
Like a nice guy.
A judge inquisitor.
Let me just double check fame.
Well, it's
two-edged thing. Hello.
Oh no, I was going to say it also depends on how old we are.
You're gone past that, so you might have been pre that. With freebies, you're going to be a good 10, 20 to 30 years old. For
20.
The Khasid can probably last longer because they.
Well, the Khasid tend to have very long accountings, like roughly 50 years, according to the book.
Yeah, so they do tend to be. The rest, depending what they are, will be 20, 30 years. Spat packs get through, depending where you've been put, get through members like no one's business, even in fairly established packs. Ones that move around. Go on.
I was going to ask, is there the equivalent of fame where is it like a reputation? Because obviously the problem with fame is I'm supposed to be one of those killers that no one knows who I am, but I am famous for being a killer.
I mean, you can always just misconstrue fame as to be like a folkloric kind of fame thing.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought as well. There might even be an infamy background in one of the books. And I'm pretty sure I'll have it one. But
I think infamy would be probably more was it appropriate? E.g., you're known to the Sabbats.
Yeah.
known to us.
You've mixed up the links in the resources channel.
Uh-oh.
The link that you say go to the core rulebooks, first and second edition, go to the revised, and vice versa.
Oh dear, that was...
That's why
That
people have been.
explains things for
Yeah,
me.
that's why I could not find anything useful there.
Yeah, that's probably why I'll have a look at that later. Is Reservoir alright?
Yeah, I'm hearing fine.
That's alright. Good.
Um,
Make sure everybody's fine.
Yeah,
Just-
what were you thinking for a character, Matt? Did you
Okay.
have an idea?
Um. Yeah, but it's a little bit random.
That's fine.
You've heard of me talking all night, so you know exactly how random you can be.
Yeah, this is why I didn't volunteer it to start with, but I thought, well, it should be fine. So as soon as I heard 90s, for some reason, the first thing I associated with the 90s was the film Point Break.
Okay. I was
This is
thinking
going
Blade,
somewhere.
but yeah.
So it's essentially someone who poses as like an extreme sports junkie type person. That's the persona that he puts on. But he's actually it's going to be a Toreador with quite good
Oh,
social abilities. So he's less of an actually what he pretends to be and more of a chameleon and sadistic person who's out for himself and out to get whatever we need done.
Toido anti-tribute. Yeah, nice.
I like the Toreador and Tribute. They're really good.
Stick fuckers. Brilliant.
Yeah. It seemed like we didn't have anyone going heavily social, so I thought that sort of fit.
That would fit in very well. That means if you need to do any nice talking, you can do it. So you have someone that can beat the crap out of someone who can talk, someone who can do rituals. At least 2 scholars, which would be extremely useful. Even a noddyist, if you can control him along it.
I should warn everyone. I put only the 3 point in intelligence.
What do you mean only 3? That makes you smarter than the average person.
No, I think he said
No.
the 3
The
points.
3.
Oh,
Yes.
so intelligence 1.
Yes, I have 1
Okay.
dot in intelligence.
Okay, well, that's going to make you anything scholarly, isn't it?
No.
Presumably.
That's right.
I was tempted to go intelligence 1 too because of the fact that I don't know anything.
That's
I mean,
okay, I have
one
intelligence
is a bit of
4.
a drawback being one intelligence because
Yeah.
it means that you're like, you know, that character in Alien 3 that they all call 85 because it's stupid. It means you're like
Because
that.
that's his
Basically.
IQ. But he
Yes.
gets by right.
Yeah,
I mean,
he survives,
Basically,
doesn't
you're
he?
an American.
we don't have any Americans with us at the minute, so we could say that.
I'd say even if they were here. But no, because there's this thing that they used to say the average IQ of a person was about 100 to 103. That was considered average IQ. But apparently the average IQ in America is more like about 93, 94.
I mean, they did vote.
The average IQ is 100 by definition.
Yeah, but
Most people are between 85 and 115. Is like the normal range.
Your intelligence. Oh, it just says poor. You're the IQ of about 80.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you
So even lower than 85.
you're not a vegetable.
No, it doesn't actually say. Characters with low intelligence are not necessarily stupid, though they might be. They're just uneducated or simple thinkers. Likewise,
Yeah.
characters with high intelligence aren't all Einsteins. Just they may be better at rote memorization
Memorization.
or have particularly keen judgment. So, low intelligence doesn't necessarily think he's stupid. unless
You could be. You could have intelligence 1, actually play yourself smart, but you're just really slow to get to the point of those smart ideas. So you can actually play like average intelligence. You just might be slower at getting to the steps that other people might get to naturally quicker.
Sounds
No,
like a diss at me.
I'm thinking I'm gonna lean into the narrow-minded categorical thinking with the whole religious and political fanaticism.
Yep, that would be you basically the low intelligence is not more that you're stupid. It's more that your thinking is
Rigid.
Yeah,
rigid. It can be down to more black and white. You're not a flexible thinker. That basically it means. So you're not necessarily stupid, but if you get something in your mind, they're going to have hours of fun trying to get it out of your head.
yes.
No, we're not doing that, but we are. No, we're not.
I should also max out conviction then.
That would be so fun. Yeah. Right. So attributes, advantages we don't do, disciplines, backgrounds, virtues are now done, but we've got a fair idea of all the paths.
Is there a limit on generation?
Yeah, 5 dots.
Okay.
Yeah. If I remember right, the revise starts at 13 or 12. I can
Yeah.
Yep.
13.
All of the editions have basically started at 13, unless you're playing Dark Ages,
Or 5th.
Which is 12.
which is 12.
Yeah, but V5 is a bit more flexible in that you pick the age of the characters first, and then there's a range
Yeah.
within that.
13. Generation, yeah, you can use background to do that. For yourselves, it doesn't necessarily mean you started that generation.
No, could be diagonal.
It can be via
Huh?
with a Sabbat is diagonally. Diagonally is not frowned upon. You're not going to have
Certainly hope not.
No, you're not going to have your bollocks removed because you was going to numb an elder. The only time you're likely to be told off if you go and numb a Sabbat elder, then they will get pissed off at you. You might find yourself staked out in the sun. Hello, son. Aha. Now, blood pool. When you get to after you've got your generation, your willpower starts equal to your courage. So yeah, your willpower. Yeah, and that's the minimum that you need 5 willpower. Power for harmony is you add your 2 other than courage, so it's the other two was it virtues that makes up your path alignment. Blood pool is rolling a d10.
I'm sorry, was blood pool randomly generated?
It is simply randomly generated.
Okay. Do you want us to use the dice roller or?
Just do it on the dice. I trust you.
You want to do that just before part of the first session?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. That's what you start off with. If you start at 30.
Oh, come on! I think we should all practice with the dice roller anyway. How do we do it?
It's slash roll, and it
Yeah.
will be dice pool. Oh,
So I think we'll have to use the V20 one because it's either V20 or V5 in it.
let me see if that actually works.
In what channel?
It might not work.
I'm just doing it in roleplay.
Yeah, I'm just going to see.
Yeah, I'm just trying it now. Oh, it worked. I got 5.
I only got 4.
Yeah. Blood pool is for your blood pool varies. Lowest one generation is a max of 10.
Roll 5.
You use 1 blood point per turn. It's when you get up to the higher generations. Also, you have a max trait rating, which is on your generation.
Which is 5 unless you get to generation 7.
Yeah.
Your blood pool will go up accordingly with the generation, and you won't see a change on the amount of blood you can spend a turn until 9th.
Yeah.
Was there a limit to how much willpower we could have?
10 is the maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
But it is minimum of 5. That's the more important thing, I
That's the more
think.
important.
Yeah.
You've got to have 5. To be fair,
Yep.
you do need it.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering how many points I can dump into it.
It's up to 10 as usual. It's the max. Write down the names of every character on your character for every other character in the pack.
Loss of the background points is probably the hardest hit on this character.
Oh man, Matt's got 9 blood. The rest of us, we've got 5, 4, 5, so we're all kind of semi-hungry, and Matt's like pretty much full.
Well, blood's easy to pick up. We're not camis.
This is true.
Just pick up a cat from the street.
Literally. And Rontier has lots of bloody bodies, or bloodless bodies.
Leave the ghost clean up for us, you know.
That's right. He can hide them in my basement.
Right. The blood ties won't do now.
I start with one. Yeah, I start with blood pool of 1. Oh, I am frenzying on the first thing that bleeds.
Nice.
And considering I ride the wave, that is fun.
And if you remember in revised,
3
your
or less
blood
is hungry.
pool, your blood pool caps your virtue dice. So if you've only got 1 blood point, then you can only roll 1 for any virtue dice rolls you have.
True, yes, it does, doesn't it?
And
that's how
blood
they
pool
win
3 or less is always considered hungry. So that's the point where you're always going to start frenzying.
Yeah. So every frenzy test you roll, you're going to be rolling on a 1. And if you have to do a conscience or conviction test, it's difficulty 8, and you'll only have 1 die.
Yeah. With the blood ties, I won't do that until I've got everybody there. Basically,
you just roll a die, don't you, for everybody?
Yeah, and once we've got all the pack name, we'll do that, and I'll keep a record of that. It's how loyal. Basically, it's how loyal you are to the pack, and the maximum is 10.
Sorry, what's 10?
Vintu, I can't say it. The blood ties, the Voldery.
All right.
Yeah, that's we can do any time. That's completely separate. That will determine how you're connected to the pack. One of your rituals will be you regularly drink each other's bloods. 3B points, you have 30. Using the freebie chart, not the experience point chart. I think it's easy.
Did you say 30?
30.
Yeah.
Only 15.
Yeah. We'll get an extra 15 on top.
This reflects,
oh wow.
This reflects the fact that you are a mature pack.
Oh, okay.
Not the other way of doing this experience points, and I was thinking, no, that's a bit. You won't get as much with experience points as you will with.
Yeah.
3B points will mean you'll get more.
I do have one question.
Go on.
Can I take the additional discipline merit? And specifically take necromancy.
Yep.
Oh, yes, Sid. Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
It does.
Yeah,
I have no objection to that. It means I can talk to ghosts.
Yes.
With necromancy, there's 2. It will have to be with Giovanni. You can't use the paths from the for the skulls.
The Harbingers of Skulls. Yeah.
Can't use those because they haven't come back yet. So,
No.
the paths you have are the Sepulchre path.
Ardent paths I can use.
They're actually in the main core rulebook under page 161.
Mhm.
And they're basically 3 paths. You buy dots in each path. So
Sulfur, Ash, and Bone.
that's it.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
you buy, I think you buy rituals with 3B points. If I remember rightly. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, I've got a feeling. Do you get like 1 free ritual for each dot you've got, and then you can buy additionals
Yeah.
after that? But I feel like it's one of those things where they might not put a price in for rituals, so it's like Oblivion, or maybe there's a background that gives you some. I can't remember.
Right. For Necromancer, learn 3 levels in Sepulchre Path before learning the first in Bone and Ash.
Cool.
He must achieve mastery before acquiring any knowledge of the third path. So the Sepulchre is the main path. Be able to
Mhm.
Okay. I remember saying.
There we go. Oh yeah, there we go.
Anything you don't want to say in the thing, remember to use your private channel.
Okay. I need to think of a name for my sire.
Oh, I have the best answer. I have the best name for what's my sire is.
You don't know.
What's that?
Yeah. All begin
Okay,
again by.
I've just checked for rituals. Sorry. Yeah, so it says that this is only for thaumaturgy, but they don't have any rules for necromancy, but I'm assuming they're the same. So it says you gain 1 level 1 ritual when you purchase your first dot in thaumaturgy, or in this case, necromancy. You don't gain any additional rituals after that, but you do gain access to them. And then there is a cost of 1 XP per ritual level. So level 3 ritual costs 3 XP.
Yeah.
So there isn't actually a cost, but in Dark Ages 20th anniversary, they recommend 1 freebie point per level.
I'll do that per level. Yeah, that makes sense. You gain 1 free.
Yep.
1 level 1 3. And I like the idea that you can use the freebie points doing that. So there's not a lot of rituals. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rituals.
There's probably a lot more in like the Giovanni book.
Yeah. Call the Hungry Dead. Eyes of the Grave. Ritual of the Undead. Unearthed Fetter. The Cadaver's Touch. Grasp the ghostly.
Ooh, this might actually be very fitting. So I was thinking, going with the really like creepy factor. Flaws of Infamous Sire.
Mm-hmm.
Going with the idea that he's also whoever they are, or it. Maybe I'll just call it it. Is also a Kaisid, and it's just.
I'd hope your sire would be a Kaisid, otherwise things would get really complicated really quickly.
No, okay, shut up. Yeah. Okay, with it being a Kaisid as well, it's also really fucked up and creepy to the point of a lot of the Sabbat, mainline Sabbat, not like people in power, are really freaked out by it.
I'm not freaked out because I don't understand.
Yeah. I'm still taking eerie presence with the whole idea of he has just like this really creepy, uncanny valley effect about him.
Yeah, I like it. Like you said, you're going to end up as a real hodgepodge of the pack.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they all end up as?
Yeah. Thing is, the last flaw I'm considering is Grip of the Damned. Considering how
Oh.
much I've taken the monster nature.
Grip of the Damned. Oh my god.
So there is no ecstasy in your embrace, only terror and pain. Mortals upon whom you feed struggle and shriek all the while as you attempt to feed, requiring you to grapple them for as long as you wish to take their blood.
Yeah. You almost.
For vampires with high humanity, this experience may require a humanity roll at the discretion of the storyteller.
You don't have the problem, so you're not going to have the.
I'm sorry.
For me,
Where are you finding these flaws?
page 286. Sorry, like two. Let me find it for you. 280 on the choral book, revised.
I
I'm just thinking like, it's extra satisfying when he feeds on people.
You're just a Giovanni by another name.
wait. Sorry. Was that 280 or 218?
280.
Yep, found it.
I
Or
don't have
I'm
any
going-
flaws on that
No.
page.
That's what I was thinking.
So
Yeah, I see them
On-
starting on like
So
295.
you
Here you
they
go.
they
This
are
is a
within.
nice.
They're
Yes,
just
it's
categories.
295. The actual page is 295.
I've sent a link
Oh,
to a
okay.
page. I've sent you a link that has a lot of a list of the flaws in a nice web thing.
Mute, disease carrier, death, flesh of the corpse. Thin blood, no, you can't have them. You don't even know what a thin blood is.
I don't even know what full blood is.
I mean, we could have it without knowing, couldn't we?
No, they are to do.
If you're a thin blood, you'd be K-Teeth anyway,
Yeah,
I believe.
and they wouldn't. To be fair, they wouldn't survive very long within the Sabbat.
No.
Not with was it?
It's not worth picking it because if I remember correctly, in revised edition, it basically doubles all the costs for like disciplines and stuff.
Yep. And
So like instead of a power costing like 3 discipline points, it might cost you 6
yep.
out of your 10
Mhm.
that you get. And you're only allowed to spend, I believe, well, depending on the generation, you can not spend all that many anyway. So
Oh yeah, and you can't spend one.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's where you get the real was it issue. You can't. Yeah. You can't spend the last one.
You can only spend it on waking up each morning, I believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Although that might only be the 14th and 15th generation. I think you can be technically thin-blooded and of a higher generation, of a lower generation, sorry, but it's not common.
No. 14th Joe, you created 5 years, a member of the 13th generation, 10 blood points in your body, 8 of which may be used to heal wounds, power disciplines, and you can't use 2. There's even a 15th generation somewhere, but there's 2 versions. Well, they haven't put
Yeah, that's the flaw, isn't it? There's a flaw for that.
Well, that's a definite
Hmm.
14th is flaw. No, they haven't even got down to 15th yet. Some of the later ones, as in the time.
Yeah, I don't think. I
Ah,
don't think. Well, I think we're too early for 14th generation as well.
Yeah.
Because wasn't because wasn't he late 90s when he appeared?
Well, so you can play them out of the book in 1998, and there's mention of vampires, that is children of 15th generation vampires that are already teenagers in the 1999 book that came out. So in theory, they must have been around since the 80s.
Third generation.
But nobody knows about them.
13th generation can embrace someone, but they don't.
They have a chance, and the 14th and 15th generation can, but they have a chance of failure.
Yes.
Yeah, 15th can in revised. It's not until V20 that sometimes they're allowed to, because then they bring in the 16th generation as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and initially they don't like them. Because the Camarilla don't like them for the reason they are the portents of Gehenna. In this timeline, Gehenna is still the apocalypse, where the big boys come out to play. And you,
It's fun. They're going to be tasty.
No, you'll be tasted then. We mean the big boys.
I am one of the big boys.
No, these.
You're talking to someone who has no understanding of what
we don't get any extra points or anything that I have to take into account because considering what generation we are.
No.
Not like 50, not like V5, no.
Alright.
With generation.
You just get points for flaws.
I'm sorry?
You
get points for flaws in this edition.
Right.
In V5, it's kind of like
you
don't technically gain any points for taking flaws, although most people let you. But
yeah.
in this edition, you do.
It's a maximum of 7 flaws you can have. That then equates to 7 further, was it 3D points, which you can use anywhere.
It would be incredibly funny, wouldn't it, if I took the flaw can't cross running water?
Oof, that would be a hard one though, because it's an island, isn't it?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, how you get you across the bridge would be very entertaining.
It would be, I mean, it's several islands, I think, with like rivers and stuff, and crossing through.
It's one island, when you could look at the map.
Okay, there might be canals or something I'm thinking of then.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Would you classify a canal as, was it running water?
Yeah.
I mean, it probably would though, wouldn't it? Because it's like an artificial river.
Yeah, it's the floor. Any body of water at least 2 feet wide in any direction and not completely stagnant.
Yeah, no, canals do flow. I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them flow. Except recently, was at least 2 of them were flowing out of the canal. One in Penkridge, a bridge collapsed, and Llangollen Canal. 2 canals where the banks failed. Managed to empty them. Or was it when was it British Waterways was replaced by DEFRA? They don't maintain the canals anymore.
Melee weapons.
Oh yeah. Right. I think we've got the core of the characters done. We have a fair.
There we go. Chainsaw. Ha ha! Chainsaw. Yeah.
Was it in Abbott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chainsaw. Damage. Strength plus 4.
Oof. So what's the difficulty to use it? What's the difficulty to use it?
Yes.
Doesn't actually list the difficulty. Concealment, no.
That means...
I don't know. That's a minimum strength 2, easy enough. This is quite awkward and attempt to use the weapon. All right, +1 difficulty, so that would make it difficulty 7, because all melee combat's difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So difficulty 7.
Yeah.
So difficulty.
Say that because it's not a.
It's not like a gun where you fire point blank and it's difficulty 4.
It's more swinging it because you have the momentum of the blade going around, and that will make it more difficult to move, as in the gyroscopic effect.
There is a chainsaw gouge maneuver as well in this edition.
Just double check, Andy. Did you see my message in the private channel? Are you okay with that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And the reasoning for it.
Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Cool.
You did already warn me.
Yeah.
Ooh. One of them are interested in.
What one?
The second one down. You'd have to work out where they come from.
What? My money?
Yeah.
My money's from all the people I murder. I'm a serial killer.
It's not going to be a lot of money.
It's not a lot of money. It's resources
How
2.
much money they have,
It's
like,
not a lot.
Resources too is I think quite a lot if you're like just picking the pocket of random people you kill.
That's a relatively decent living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I used to be level 1, but now I have quietus, so I'm no longer murdering inside the area of just outside. You know, taking people to like a abandoned house and murdering them. I've now progressed so that I now murder inside cities, which means I get to rob their houses. So I get the more expensive stuff, which is why I got resources 2.
I might
How do
Yeah,
you
but I mean,
how do
even
you
if you rob somebody's
fence
house,
how do you fence all that?
That's the next question I was going to ask.
CEX.
I mean,
Like-
the thing is, if you think about what people have got in their house and what you could liquidate and how much money you'd get for it, you might get a few grand tops, but that'd be for every person that you murder. So unless you're murdering like
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
one,
I'll take it down to 1 dot. I'm happy
I'll-
with that. I've taken Sabat status 1 mainly because I'm a shovelhead who survived.
Yeah,
So I'm
I-
kind of like
I was almost going to suggest that you got resources too because you mooch off of your pack quite a lot.
That's actually the other way of doing it. You could do that.
Hey, do you have that money you owe me? No.
well, in theory, then we would collectively have to have at least resources too between a lot of us, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
I'll
right.
go down to resources 1. That's no problem.
How do you fence your stuff? That's the interesting-
Pawnbrokers. Pawnbrokers.
I was going to say you could whack that extra dot into generation anyway, because when you're talking about diablerie earlier on.
I've done that.
He's done that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that makes far more sense with that.
Actually, you know what? If I take that dot out
Yeah.
and I take that dot and put it into contacts, and I have and
that's
that contact is my fence.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or
good
any
idea.
fence, or you know, you're moving cities, so you'll have to find another fence.
Oh yeah.
It could be like you could have like a serpent of the light or something, you know, who's well connected and
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
very true. It doesn't have to a contact.
trade.
Yeah.
And actually, a serpent of the light would be quite an interesting one because if you had something like that, because we're an island, we've got access to water. They would have access to their whole Caribbean network as well. So you potentially have a much further, you know, range of stuff that you could reach then, couldn't you?
Definitely.
For quick question for paths, does my path rating have to be at 5?
No, there is no limit on that one. That will be.
It's a cap.
Yeah,
It's a
there's a
cap.
cap of 5. Okay,
I think
cool.
that's a cap.
I'm just wondering about. I'm wondering where to spend my next 15 freebie points.
Skill.
Willpower. Any skills that you want to get up a bit
Yeah.
to be good at.
The-
Skills.
Yeah. Well,
And then
I'm
discipline with
so. I was-
If you look in the Sabat book, it has other secondary skills. Storyteller, no, storyteller says secondary skills.
Well, I was definitely going to spend 7 points into a discipline. It's just
Yep.
going to know whether I want to get what discipline I want to get to dot 2 or Mythos area to dot 3.
Outside the
Yeah,
book,
I got myself a little bit of potence.
things
Yeah, physical ones are always a good idea.
Celerity's
For
also good.
celerity is ridiculously broken in this edition, so it's always a good idea.
Oh yeah, you basically get
Get an action.
multiple things. To be warned, if you want to do 2 actions in a round, you have to split your die pool. With celerity, you drop your blood in it, and I think it's 1 per round.
Yeah, one gives you your full celerity in this edition,
No.
unlike the originally, which was 1 blood per discipline dot that you could spend to give you extra actions.
No, I remember rightly. Let me check that because there's so different variations in this.
Yeah, so this edition it's still a bit broken, whereas they fixed it in V20. So in V20, you get a passive +1 die to every dexterity-based dice pool, but then you can spend a blood point to convert any number of those to extra actions, but you can't use them as bonus dice on any other dice pools for that round. But revived, it's just you spend 1 blood point, you get
You've
that
got
many
lots
extra.
of it.
Actually, I actually prefer the V20 celerity.
I prefer the V20.
I prefer that as in 1 point in. So if you want, it's a maximum.
So if you want 5 actions, you spend 5 blood points.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
make a note.
Well, they
I
use
like
that
that
in
rule
some.
better.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's a better rule
You'll
anyway.
notice there. I'll formalise this. There is a house rule channel now. This is so.
Believe in the original rules. Also, the power of celerity was not limited by your generation, because a lot of characters can only spend like 1 or 2 blood per turn.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
no, that is true. And V20 DA, where they do have 1 blood point per extra action, they do specifically say you can spend more than your normal generational limit.
it counts as you spending 1 blood towards your turn limit, regardless of how much you spend into your celerity. Yeah, I think the V20 one is actually the best one, because I honestly really like the fact that it gives you a nice little passive.
Blood points.
Yeah, no, I like the passive thing because it does make a difference. Because it's most people then will just use the passive and then they'll actually save the active benefit for when they really need it, rather than just spamming the active every turn.
Blood points equals spent celerity outside of limit. So it's V20. I'll check that one up because I have a copy of V20 here. This is why I was doing the house rules, because there are differences. As you said, it's so simple. You just drop a point and they do that, and that's it. They're faster than you are.
Yeah, because in it was only in the first edition that it was 1 point of blood for every action, and then immediately when I went to the second edition, it was 1 point of blood for all your actions, and I was like, oh god, that's horrible.
No,
I played a character with celerity 6 once. That was mental.
Yeah. So it may not be split into. Oh yeah, there's the usual proviso. You can't split this down further. Basically means with celerity, you don't get caught with the changing your action if you want to defend. Because if you don't have celerity in combat, if I remember right, it was on M20. If it hasn't been your turn and someone hits you, you can defend, but you've got to spend a willpower to defend to change your action. Unless you say at the start, I'm going to be defending.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the way it works. With celerity, it stops you doing that, but you already have a second action. Again, you can say at the start, it depends what you... Actually, it depends what you say at the start, what you're going to do with all the actions.
It depends where you are on the initiative track as well.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and it depends whether you do the whole reverse declaration of initiative thing, because that slows things down quite a bit.
Yeah,
but
no, it is decided I'm going to do all attacks, then... Well, I'm going to do this on defense, which means you use one of your actions, the action's there, just in case someone decides to hit you. It's quicker that way. As you said, if you do it every round, you said you could slow things down so quickly.
I mean, I also considered obfuscate. I thought that might be quite good for my character.
Yes, that's extremely useful.
very useful.
This edition, all specs, I think it has to be on the same level.
Danger sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sensei Unseen is rolled into heightened senses in this level.
Yeah.
In this book, yeah. They didn't split it.
Is one of these odd ones where it does have an effect on obfuscate. Seen the unseen, yeah.
If you have a higher obfuscate rating than the person's obfuscate rating, you automatically bypass their obfuscate. It's one of the things I really hated.
When a vampire whose heightened senses hidden is obfuscate, he detects the subject's presence if the obfuscate rating is higher than the obfuscate.
I mean, you can just make that a roll if you think that's too overpowered.
Consequently, if a target's obfuscate outcrows all specs, he remains that if the two are equal, then they do a roll. Below that, they'll see you. In fifth, if you've got heightened senses, if
you don't get anything.
Yeah, you'll just get seen. Full stop.
No, you in fifth if you need sense the unseen, to kind of break the obfuscate, and then it's a roll off.
Does anybody else have dominate?
Yes.
What's that?
Shut up, David. What dot is your David? Dominate?
What dot is my David? I have 5 dots in David.
I have 1 dot in dominate, 1 dot in presence, 2 dots in fortitude.
That sounds good.
Slight difference here. Dominate doesn't automatically work on mortals. If I remember rightly.
Yep.
And you can't dominate someone who's a lower generation than you at all.
You still have to roll. And target's permanent willpower. That's where the difference is.
Yeah, your willpower value is the target number you need.
Their willpower target. So mortals are not as vulnerable to dominate. Which is actually that's where fifth is a lot more powerful with that.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, and it got down on the roll in a bit as well, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. The only time you roll.
I mean, I think I still think the best part about V5 is the blood, because the amount you don't have to track. I mean, when you got a blood pool and you can spend lots of blood a turn, it can go mental really quickly.
Oh yeah.
The blood, the combat rules. I think V5 is I think V5 is a very good addition.
Yes, hence why I took the V5 and basically retrograded it to the older edition only for the clans and disciplines.
Yeah, but with the problem with the Montreal, it really is. It would take too much conversion, and I think you'd lose a lot of the feeling from it if you did do that.
Yeah, you would. And I found the character creation much easier in V20 than before, because you just got a bunch of points and you just put them where you want. It's a bit easier, I think.
I uploaded my finished character sheet, to the chat here.
Do I actually want?
I actually name my character now.
Which chat did you do it to?
He did it in
this one.
He did it in here. Pierre Sabat. If you were in the chat thing, if you put open chat on there, where you see
in the actual voice chat.
Oh, got you. Yeah, I know that one.
Here, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, in terms of coming up with a pack name, can we get everybody's concept just so we can jot them down? Because then that way it might help us to come up with a name that sums up everybody. I think that's going to be too hard.
We are a mental thing. We got a panda serial killer, me. We have a Fae thing, wherever Fae are.
What might be?
I mean, I know. First thing I'm going to buy in games, I'm going to get you some fairy wings if ever I find out you're related to Fae. I am literally going to buy you some fairy wings.
In actual fact, what might be an idea is if everybody gives a brief description of their own character as they see them. From that, you then get an idea of each other. From that, you can get an idea of the nature of the pack. That sounds so whoever wants to go first and just do it down the line. So each
Really need to
person
name my character.
says their character in as they are. Bear with me, I'm still trying to find where. Oh, my brain stopped working. Oh no. Chronicles.
All right, it's getting late. People's brains stop working at this time, don't they?
Yeah, I'm only going to 10 and then I'm just going to visit stop. Right, I'll put these into the initial character sheets, which I'll put there.
Name. Fucking random name generator.
In actual fact, you don't have to use what some Sabbats do. They don't always use their real names.
Yeah, they often use fake names, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, if we were shovelheads, like, do we even remember our real names?
Okay, there we are. You can call me Saw,
Ah,
as in SAW. There we are.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna call you Patrick.
I kind of want an opinion.
Go on.
I'm not sure.
I have plenty of those to give.
You have too many of those to give. I'm not sure I want to have obtenebration.
Okay.
Or at least start with dots in obtenebration.
You don't need
I
dots
should
to
say.
start dots in it.
No.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if you
It's a
don't
clan
want it,
discipline. It's
Yeah,
You don't have
if
to
you don't
do
want it, just don't put any points in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, you don't have to put it in those. You can move it between disciplines. Not all characters start off with a single dot in their disciplines, depending what they want to specialise in. I think I've got a Giovanni that has no necromancy in one of the games.
I've played a Tremere without any. I've played a Tremere without any thaumaturgy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
currently
and there
looking
is in
to
in
dominate,
one of the books about
so
that.
I have dominate 2, Mythosaria 2, and then I still have that 7 points I want to spend,
Anyway,
which I might do obfuscate then. Just add a bit
So
more.
here's a
I would have been. I can teach you obfuscate. I
so
can make
here's
it
a
so you
bit
can
of a
stand still.
here's a
Okay,
bit of a
in that case,
left field suggestion.
I'm gonna put it into necromancy. My 7 points.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because you've got obtenebration, you could technically get abyss mysticism, but you'd have to invest into obtenebration in order to get that, and I think you need a merit or something in revised. But that's like the shadow spirit thing that
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Humbrian-
I have mentor 3.
yeah, he's got an infamous
An infamous sire.
That's the one.
I decided
Luckily,
to call...
everything I've learned from you. So fuck all.
Oh dear. Right. I think the idea is, as Adam said, is everybody's now got a concept of the character. To get an idea
Yep.
of the nature of the pack, if everybody introduces their character or how their character is seen by others, as in a brief description, from that you can get an idea of each other, and from that you can get an idea of what sort of pack you want to play. Does that sound fair enough?
Mm-hmm.
And as Adam's on top, and he's the one suggested it, he can be brave enough to resist start.
Okay, well, in that case, I am going to go with my Harry main character.
Wow.
Because I made her first. And let me get to the beginning. I'm looking in the wrong file, that's why I can't find it. Okay, here we are. So her name is Sister Maud, aka the Carrion Lynx. So she is a Sabbat pack executioner and a spirit stalker, because her particular brand of thaumaturgy allows her to hunt spirits.
Oh, nice.
Edit.
Who wants to go next?
So I'm just trying to add that. So what was your sister?
Sister Maud, but she's nicknamed the Carrion Lynx.
Sister.
So
How's
Carrion,
that spelled?
like
Carrion, as in
No, not Carrion. Maud.
Maud.
And look, I take it Lynx as in the animal.
Yeah, or the awful body spray. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because everybody at our school used to wear Lynx Africa or Lynx Java when they were like 11 years old.
Yeah,
You
12-year-old
remember?
me would be so mad at you for saying that.
I know, I know. I mean, I was one of them. I always used to go for Africa, but then my friend was always Java. And we used to always get told off because we'd stand at the back of the classroom and just like spray our whole bodies in like Lynx. And then the biology teacher would tell us off.
Oh man.
But
Yeah.
I didn't have it. I didn't have like, yeah, all my friends had like gelled, spiky hair and like stupid, or they had like those mushroom haircuts or curtains. Or no, I never had any of that. Luckily, I've always had quite short hair, so I never have to deal with it.
You didn't do that. Yep. I think is it full that next with the curses. Just give a description of yourself.
So, physical description or description of who they
Just
are?
who they are, how they appear to, how they would appear to someone else, sort of thing.
Well, for one, definitely very, very weird looking. Like, easily 7 feet tall. His arms seem longer than they should be, a little bit.
It's the Slender Man.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Oh my God, I know what you mean.
As mentioned, the uncanny valley effect of like he looks really good, but like in a really off-putting, perfect kind of way. Hence why his appearance is only 2.
Ooh, as
But
in-
he speaks quite often in riddles, but he is certainly helpful with information to the pack if needs be. He wouldn't give up information if you just asked him for something. You'd need to trade it for something. And if you did trade it, he would give genuinely beneficial information.
Mhm. It's like he sort of much like a Nosferatu would.
What's his name? Sorry.
So his name is Victor Hunter. I'll just pop it in
Yep.
out of character. I've not come up with a nickname yet, but if other people have a nickname for him, I'm happy to take it.
Sorry, what was your name?
Victor Hunter Gisselbrecht. And before you say anything, somebody out there actually has that name.
Yeah,
Poor
well,
guy.
Hunter Gisselbrecht.
Yes.
I'm not writing that
And
down. Got that for him.
you're a chiatid, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue
Hmm.
skin.
So it's
What-
white skin. It glows blue in moonlight.
That's it.
I am literally going to be calling you Slender Man.
Okay.
What's the character concept? Like, what does Victor do?
Strange, creepy creature.
Scholar.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, he's kind of a riddler as well, isn't he? Because
Oh, yeah.
So he like goes around creeping and studying.
No. He doesn't go. It's not like he has the creep show demeanor or archetype. He has the enigma archetype. But he's just because he's so
the riddler,
strange.
isn't he?
He's in the creepy kind of strange way.
The easiest way of describing him, he'd be like what are they called? Like the Fae. Is it the beautiful
Yeah.
folk? The Fae are very beautiful, but
Yeah,
they have
he's kind of like an eldritch scholar, isn't he?
they have a very creepy, very sinister bent to it, if you know what I mean.
Hill bent.
Yeah,
Like you've never seen him feed before, might be another thing.
Like a master of riddles.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Riddle Master. That will work. Now, Reservoir, have you got an idea of your character and the name yet?
I'll come up with a more appropriate name. The placeholder name I'm using at the minute is Jimmy Idaho.
Oh, actually, I quite like that one. Yeah.
I like that one as well.
See, that one works well. I like that one. Go on.
Jimmy Idaho.
Brendan Duncan.
So he
Can we call him
typically
Private? Private Idaho. As in my own private Idaho. No? Nobody get that?
It's too.
You can
It's
try
too. It's 1996, so we can't call him Duncan, Idaho. Actually, we can. We
I
can call you
just
Duncan.
yeah, I just literally said Duncan, but I mean that book was published in the 60s, so I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think it's quite established by this time.
Yep. Anyway, what does your character was it do as far as the pack's concerned? On what sort of perception does he? What sort of
so.
range?
While he generally his default way that he comes across is sort of an very casual sort of extreme sports enthusiast, outside of general society type person. The pack, as I believe, are we sort of established as a pack by this
Yes.
point? Right. So everyone will know that that is just, although it's his default setting, it is one of many personas that he switches between. He's very good at getting himself where the pack needs him to be through force of personality, and then causing absolute havoc once he gets there.
Oh, excellent! He's like not the fixer, the guy that gets you into
Yeah,
places.
he's like a face. He doesn't necessarily have the most intricate and well thought out plans. He just bullshits his way through everything and just uses overwhelming charm to make it work somehow.
So you're sort of the guy that gets them into places, etc.
Yeah, I'm the one who gets in through the front door, so then I can open the back door for the
That's
people
it.
with the explosives and chainsaws.
Like it. That fits well.
Don't do explosives. They're just not. It's just not targeted
Chainsaws,
enough.
then.
You can't make pretty patterns like you can do with a chainsaw.
Yeah, can't
Yeah, you can.
But
If
if you
you're
use
good.
the right ones,
There's
you can
no-
produce pretty flames, and we like those.
There
Oh,
is
yeah.
no art to the incendiary.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, like that's just a skill issue. Like,
Oh yeah. I like that. That fits very well. Ricky, what's your character sort of persona that you put across sort of thing to the pack?
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
What do you put across as in what sort of person with the pack sort of thing? Not
I'm muscle and pack priest.
that's fine.
I'm.
Do you have a name?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a name?
Yes, Pierre. So Pierre was made a shovelhead during some unrest in LA, and happened to survive a frontal assault and got on some, some Camarilla stronghold, whatever. So he got the honor to partake in another frontal assault and happened to survive. And this repeated, a couple of dozen times until Pierre got noticed and was actually made, the part of the true Sabbat.
You went for your curation rights at a later stage because the fact that you survived all the way through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like so I didn't actually put any points into Sabbat status, but if anyone knows of Pierre, they know him to be, yeah, he's muscle. He's a soldier, and fanatically devoted to the Sabbat hierarchy.
Are you still playing the ultra conservative?
Yes.
Excellent. With some of the other guys, as was it Ricky's pointed out, is you can be in a faction if you want to. If you do put it on your character sheets, and there are different factions there. Ultra conservatives are what they are. They will follow the Code of Milan, including the modifications to the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I do, day to day is I imagine I didn't put anything into Haven either, so I'm homeless. And my idea is that I drift around in, like abandoned warehouses, abandoned industrial structures in Montreal or the outskirts of Montreal, leading my herd in my own private little blood cult.
That'd be interesting. Now, if you're in Montreal, I can work out a way to get you with these guys. You might be dragged out to Montreal, especially if you're packless. So I'll work out a way of doing that. You wouldn't have got.
Well, yeah, no, go on.
You wouldn't have got the letter. You would probably be dragged out to because you're basically you don't have a pack. You need to be assigned to a pack. So it's highly.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought we started being in a pack, but no, we were.
You came into pack later than everyone else. That's
Okay.
a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue you've
I
got
think because none of us are based in Montreal
No.
originally, where our character is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that'd be fine. It means basically you'll be transported with and the first meeting will be with these guys. So actually you would be brought in because of your knowledge of Montreal, so that makes perfect sense.
Exactly. And that would make sense why you're the pack priest as well, because you're kind of there to initiate us into Montreal life and everything.
All right.
Regardless of whether, you've got the intellectual capacity to be.
Doesn't have.
He's got the intellectual. All he does is a priest. What do you do?
Yeah.
I am priest. What about now? I am priest.
So you would be. Your summons would be slightly different. You'd probably get a very similar, as in the handout. It'll just say your own name. You've been summoned to see the Cardinal in Toronto, basically, exactly the same letter.
Yeah.
And so you just arrive separately, and when you go in, you'll basically will go through that. You'll basically be told this is your new pack. This is the person. These are the people you will be working with, sort of thing. So that's not a problem. As you said, because you know Montreal, I will give you a free. I think it's area knowledge. Montreal 1. Which makes
Let me note that down. Area knowledge.
It's
Montreal.
I think that's a knowledge, and that now makes sense, and that gives you a very good link in with the pack and why you would be brought in.
Right.
Which means these guys are not going into Montreal totally blind, so they do have some knowledge. So you will be, when you're there, you will be the newest member of the pack. So at the start, you won't have a link to the pack. Come the first, was it ones where you share blood, or the first time you roll for your link, your blood bond, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have no link with pack. So that makes sense. So that makes sense that you're already there. You have an idea of the area knowledge. You have an idea. A lot of you would have an idea of the who's who within there more than the characters. You'll know about the opening of the Litany of Blood. I'll explain that at the start elsewhere. But Litany of Blood is a book or books which tell about Spat, all the things they've done, etc., and all the famous people, and it's held in the communal haven in Montreal, in a library. I think it's called the Library of Alexander. I never quite remember. But yeah, so yeah, that makes perfect sense. Alexandrin. Yep. Yep. So that's fine. That's excellent. So you'll be the nearest member of the pack. Oh God, here we go. Come on, Dave. Give us a description of yours.
Right. So he goes by the name Saw. He doesn't really use his real life name anymore, so you don't know it. Yes, he's a sociopath. Well, sociopath and psychopath. He has no problem with killing. He enjoys killing. It's the only time he ever feels emotion. As a person, he's a little bit antisocial. He kind of will keep himself to himself. So he's a bit standoffish. But if you tell him what needs to be killed, he will do it. And he is utterly loyal to his pack. He will do whatever it takes to protect the pack. The idea of betraying you doesn't seem to even cross his mind. You know, regardless of any bond or anything like that, you just know that he's not. It's not innocence, not the word, but he's kind of like not a believer, but he believes in the comrade. You think maybe he was ex-army, and maybe maybe it's PTSD that's turned him this way. Maybe it's not. Either way, he has a reputation. He was a shovelhead, and the thing that brought him to light was he debralized 4 or 5 vampires on his first night of getting out, and that is the only reason they've kept him around. He is shunned by everyone. He is considered a tool at best. You know personally that the people above him do not like him, and that is probably why you've been sent on this mission, because there's a chance that he has an expendable force. They have tried to kill him multiple times. Every time, he somehow survives. No one likes him.
He'd probably also been lumped onto your pack, as in you do lose members, and sometimes you get, this is your new pack mate from your, either bishop or archbishop. He has no pack, and you probably got lumped onto these guys.
Yeah, when you're not a member of a pack, I don't really care about you. You know, the bishop tells me what to do, and then I look to someone in the pack to say that's what we're doing. I don't actually take. This is why I'm the expendable force, because I don't pay attention so much to what the people outside of the group tell me to do. I kind of listen to the people who are in charge. So kind of like Sister is kind of like our leader, because she's our priest at the moment until we get our new BA again, and he's our priest as well. So I kind of look to you to tell me what needs to be done, not the people outside the pack.
Yeah, who's the other question? I know who's going to be 2 priests. Who's the Ductus?
I don't actually have any dots in rituals.
Your scholar. Who's the?
Yeah.
You need a priest. That's probably also the other reason why Ricky will also be added to your pack. You don't have a priest, essentially, at the moment. Every pack needs a priest.
Right.
At least one. So that makes sense. That's another one.
Well,
Our priest probably recently died.
Yeah.
Or have you got priest?
In an explosion-related accident.
So, yes,
Uh,
so you're
But you don't need any points in rituals to be Doctus.
No, you don't. It's only the priest
Yeah.
that does. A Ductus can be anybody who would like to, control this bunch of,
well, I was going to put my name forward for that one, just because the Ductus is like a war leader.
Yep.
So you'd probably need a bit of leadership. You need a little bit of social skill, but you don't need to be super social. And you'd need to be actually good at fighting, which I reckon I probably will be. But we do have a We do have other people that you know could.
We have a bunch of fighty people, don't we?
Yep.
We do.
You have, was it fighting? So you're more of a war pack with some useful, was it infiltrators? E.g., you have a scholar, an infiltrator. You will have a priest.
I'm actually not bad at infiltrating when it comes to stealth. Obviously, I have
Oh,
obfuscate,
no.
but I also am actually good at stealth. I
Yeah.
do actually.
So yeah, you have everything.
It
you
doesn't
need to
count as
attack.
stealth if everyone's dead, David.
Yeah, this is true.
Quietus. Plus, I'm pretty good at the stealth skill, which reminds me, I have 4 dots in the skill, which means I need to take a specialization.
You do.
Melee
It should-
chainsaw.
Yes. So that seems to work out because, as you said, was it Adam's character would make an ideal ductus, but you said it doesn't matter. What's it? A ductus is either the person that created the pack in the first place or the person that sort of takes control. If everybody's happy with that,
I'm completely happy with that.
Yeah.
I need
Okay.
someone to control me.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems perfectly fine.
Although I suppose there is the alternative would be to flip it and have our idiot fanatic as the Ductus, but that might be a bit more gonzo than we were intending for.
No, I think
It would
Why?
work. It's just it would work. It's just I've already put points into rituals, and I don't really care to
no.
No, that's fine.
go
That's fine.
through
It just
character.
it just occurred to me as I was looking back over the character things, and you are the idiot fanatic, and it did just strike me that
But it also
as a muscle that might be an interesting.
But it also was the other thing with Reki's character, because he is a fanatic, he is a believer of the Code of Milan. He makes an ideal priest because the priest will act is also the one that leads the rituals, but also the one that controls the sort of the political side of it, second command.
Yep.
So, what did they call it? The Russian
I'm a
army
commissar.
commissar, and it makes sense, and it does fit in. So you have a relatively strong leader, someone who is the priest is usually second command, who sits there, looks after rituals, looks after people's loyalties. You have below you all the fighting force, as in, well, 2 fighting force and 1 guy that goes in ahead of time and lets people in. So you're more of not a basic your war pack of sorts.
Yeah.
A more flexible war pack, because you're not a out and out war pack. So
Do we need an abbot?
an abbot?
Yeah. So the abbot is the one who is responsible for looking after any shared haven and fetching any blood. But it can be a ghoul. It doesn't have to be a vampire. But if it's a vampire, they're obviously more respected than if it's a ghoul. So it can be either a respected position or it can be a lowly position, depending on who occupies it.
You're going to lose.
Do we have a haven? Are we a nomad pack or a city, whatever they're called, a settled one?
I was thinking my character would probably stay with their sire/mentor while they're in Montreal.
Yeah, and we would have access to the shared haven as well, which is the Temple of Eternal Night, isn't it?
That's it. There is.
Oh, okay.
There is more. There is. Was it a nice? Was it haven there with packs? Oh well.
And that one,
Once you're there,
yeah.
you can.
And I'll have its own abbot there, so we don't necessarily need one.
No, they're not going to kick you out if you stay there, as long as you don't go and take an existing set of havens there. With packs, this is with the haven was its background. It doesn't really. It's more communal. Sabbat packs tend to live together in the safe haven. more than anything else. So they live and work together as a pack. So it's like as you said, in Montreal, they'll either have havens of their own where the pack will stay, or they'll stay in the communal one in the centre. It's likely you'll start in the communal one, but then it's up to you as things go if you want to go and branch out and find another haven somewhere else. So you strike me as a pack. Yes, you would be exactly what the Cardinal would be looking for, because you have a nice wide range of skills in there and some knowledge of Montreal already. I won't go into exactly what he wants. That'll be at the start of the first session. Now, considering this, what was your idea of your name? Pardon me. Or do you want to leave that to, was it a discussion, before the first session?
Well, let's have a look. I'm going to see if we can come up with any random generator names.
I was thinking we got a face. We got someone smart. We got a big black black guy who's a thug. We're almost like the A-team.
The V-team.
No.
I was going, no, we're not quite the A-team. We're more like the F-team.
No.
What do you mean no?
Oh, okay. So there's a bunch of I've put some in Google, and it's given me a bunch of them, and I've asked it for some in French because I know that people liked the French last time. So there are some interesting ones. There's Les Apôtres du Sphinx Rouge, the Apostles of the Red Sphinx or the Red Riddle. Les Ménageries Funéraires, the Funeral Menagerie. I liked Menagerie last time, actually, just on its own. Le Conclave Écorché. Well, we're going to have to learn how to pronounce these, aren't we? Which means the flayed conclave.
I'm not, because I don't speak French.
Flayed conclave or the flayed meeting.
Layered.
There are. There's the Cabinet of Curiosities. Le Cabinet du Curiosités.
That's actually.
Could you write these down in the?
I will. I'll put them all in. Yeah. There's the Fraternal Filth, which is Le Fange Fraternel. I like that one. That's quite an interesting one. The Chaos Club, Le Club du Chaos.
Oh, there we go. There we are. Chaos Club.
And the Choir of Carrion, but I think maybe the Carrion Choir would be better. Le Chœur de Charon. It means, yeah. So let me just copy some of these.
I like the Carrion.
Right.
So, Box of Curiosity is actually a series of horror films on Netflix, and there's some nice ones in there. The guy that goes down grave robbing and sort of finds tunnels full of rats and a big rat, and it dies in the end.
I like how we're going to die first session because I got blood 1. It's going to be so much fun.
Was it embarrassing yourselves in front of the Cardinal? You won't survive that.
I ride the wave. I've literally said that about my character. I ride the wave. I mean, it's a level 6 sin not to ride the wave.
Oh yeah. So if you find yourself stuck to a wall, don't be surprised.
Yeah, I know. It's the problem. The pack didn't feed me.
Oh no, we're not having quiet carrion. I like that one.
Le Club de Chaos.
No, that's.
I do like Le Cœur de Charon. The Choir of the Carrion.
Yeah,
the gutter.
Where you are,
and it works as well because we've got necromancy in there, which which fit.
I mean, it just feels like if we go by that one, it feels like we're being named after you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Le Conclave Écorché is also very good.
Let's go with like who was in the pack when it was first founded, and who was in charge. So,
Well, Adam.
well, yeah, okay. So me and Pierre were not
We're
part
not
of the
there.
founding pack.
I wouldn't have been because I was a shovelhead.
Yeah.
So literally, yeah, maybe that works. The choir carrying you're the only survivor of the initial pack, and then as the
Sounds it,
pack
yeah.
has built, and then the pack's built around that, and we keep adding to the numbers, and you seem to be the only one who keeps surviving.
My husband said it's because I've just killed everybody. What?
I mean, I actually kind of like that idea. That the pack may have had a different name, but because you've been the sole survivor of your pack
Yeah.
a couple of times, that's the pack's name. They've changed it to that, and then they keep like I got added in as a shovel because they thought, you know what, everything that happens, everyone else dies. We'll keep him with you. That way he can die and we can get rid of him. And I keep surviving now because of it.
Yep.
I like
Yeah.
I like that.
I also have a knack for surviving. Yeah.
the choir of the carrion.
Yeah,
Mm.
I it's just like the way you can do that and then bring it into the reasoning why. So you're like the sole founder left, and everyone else has been added afterwards.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
It won't
Yeah.
be, as he said, with packs you're going into, one of the packs literally did disappear for a while and then were reborn again. There's one pack in Montreal that's done that already. They were actually destroyed once, and they were reborn with someone else. So the names is reborn there. I think it's the widows that disappeared as now has been reborn again. Oh, Ricky knows all the wonders of the packs too.
Mm-hmm.
And who,
What?
and
I
who
suddenly
is
just
who.
suddenly just had the. What do you do? Like you called Lacarian. You find my character. Oh, cool! You're a necromancer. You have to join us. We're called Lacarian. It's like, what? No, I'm not saying that's the reason. But it's just thought came
When you
into
learn
my
your
head.
powers, did you have to go Clay to Verato Nictu? Is that how you learnt your powers?
Oh dear.
Probably from my side, to be fair.
Yeah. I think I've got all the pictures of the various people you know as Mr. Struck. Cardinal.
I'm definitely going to find a picture of a big black guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a picture of a big black guy in army fatigues.
Archbishop Carolina Valles, of which those in LA will recognise who she is. She's the one that got quietly moved because you didn't do enough. Bishop Alfred Benzari and Bishop Ikazel.
Ezekiel.
That's
Ezekiel, yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are there. Those are the first you'll know that are there. Yeah. And Kyle. Oh yes, the Cardinal, who has summoned you. I think that's enough. I think we have an idea of the pack. If you write all these ideas onto with yourselves and just pass it to myself, some idea where you want your pack to go. You won't know a lot of why you've been summoned by the Cardinal. It could be for any number of reasons, including you're in deep doo-doo. Yeah, this was, to be fair.
Last week they found 16 cut-up corpses at the train station. Everyone looks at Saw. Well, it wasn't me.
I wasn't there. I was.
Oh, I'm nicking this picture. I'm nicking this picture.
I was at the other train station doing the other 16 corpses.
I have found the perfect picture for my character.
Oh.
I stick out like a sore fucking thumb.
I may have found one. I'm struggling to find one which has this right kind of uncanny valley effect.
the other way of doing is a lot I've done with these pictures. I've taken the existing ones because I don't want Montreal all the pictures in black and white and turn them all into black and white pictures at the moment. Oh, I have put camera in
A lot of the World of Darkness books were black and white.
originally. I've changed the pictures on there. Oh yes, I have the pictures of the Nosferatu Prince of Ottawa and the Premier Prince of Quebec City, who goes by the name Annabelle of all things. How many Annabelles do you need in the vampire world?
Yes.
There's Annabelle Trebell, there's Annabelle in Ottawa.
No. You fail to understand. The answer is always yes.
Oh my god. Yep, that sounds like
My character is now named Annabelle.
The pack is now called Annabelle.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're all named Annabelle, and the pack is named the Annabelles.
there's just so many. There's, and in Chicago, there's 2 Annabelles.
Yeah.
Bloody hell! There's another Annabelle. Oh man, I think that's it.
There's a picture of my character.
If you want to, now on there is a player character. The characters. The idea of that is much like the storyteller characters. Is you can put pictures of your own characters there with a brief description. So while I do it, I just put a title on there and a little description below. So these guys get an idea what you look like. It just adds to it. This one I'm going to do everything within the server because, to be fair, it's not like the other ones. Everything I need is already in the source book, which is good. Oh dear, I don't know how you guys are going to cope with this. Yep. So it's just send down the character sheets. I'll start to assimilate all that together, and I will ask you questions if I've forgotten things. Okay. And
Yep.
I think that's all we need to do. We've got a pack name. We've got a purpose of packing. You know, you're being sent to. You're going to Toronto. You've got a fair idea what your character is going to be like. Nice one. Yeah. So yeah, I think as it's nearly 10 o'clock, and I think everybody's a bit tired.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Atlee?
Oh yeah, you've seen Saw, have you?
What are you laughing at?
It's some weird, freaky combination of a very black Jason Statham and Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Dwayne Statham.
What is going on with those tattoos on the arm? I mean, those tattoos are a bit Jason Momoa, aren't they?
I know. It's like someone white all of them.
Oh, believe me.
It's like he's got a bit of Idris Elba in there as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Got everything in there.
I just went. I went bald. I just did random search. Went bald black guy in army fatigues, and that was one of the pictures that came up. And I went, yoink.
That sounds like Saw, and no wonder he survived so much. To be really, was it? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you are going. Was it her? No, we can't use Motley Crue. That's a bad name for band. That is a bad name.
So are we going? So we're going with. Are we going with the choir of Carrion or the Carrion Choir?
The French name.
The Carrion, the choir of Carrion, which is weird.
Okay.
Show there's there.
Let's
And whenever anyone asks what
No,
pack I'm
no.
from, I just say I'm from the Carrion lot because I don't speak French.
Le Coeur de
It's
Charogne.
like, I don't know. It's something in French.
Yeah, just remember, never say the last letter. It's really weird French, isn't it? why put a last letter if you're never going to say it?
I
Yep.
know.
I
Kind
think
of
you
like
must
when
be
you
Carol.
quite like when you say the word knight or knife.
Anyway,
We don't
Well-
let the shovelhead introduce us because he always introduces us as the carry-on luggage.
It-
It's better than carry on camping.
Oh wait a minute, I'm taking that one.
Ooh.
That one I'm taking. That one. That
Carry
is
on
now
luggage.
literally on my character sheet.
Oh, that reminds
Carry-
me. I hadn't actually picked my languages.
You leave
Thank
to
you.
know
I have-
English. The rest, it's up to you what you want to do.
Well, I have 2 dots in linguistics.
So you've got 2 languages.
Yeah.
Actually, that'll be 2 addition to
I-
native doesn't count. You
Yeah,
all have
so-
your native language free anyway, so...
I'll probably just pick the. I might swap one of my dots around
Yeah, that's fine.
and put it to essentially have like French, the 2 most popular languages in Montreal and
Yeah,
in thingy place.
Canada is French and English.
No, not Canada.
Oh...
But you say not Canada, Montreal.
No.
No.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, and then I don't know some
Oh,
Gaelic or something,
yeah,
Welsh.
Yeah, because they've got Creole down there, which is what's it down there? And it's a French.
Yeah, I might as well do
Yeah,
French.
Creole.
And
yeah.
they do, and it is a French city, so there'll still be French speakers there, if I remember rightly. So it does-
Yeah.
it does.
English, French, Creole.
Yeah.
I think they've got. Don't they have another one as well? Because they have a variation of French. I think they've got their
the
own.
Cajun, you mean?
Yeah, Cajun French.
That's it. Not Creole, yeah, Cajun.
Well, I mean, it's
No, they have
it's
Creole
not-
as well.
No, I mean, no. They have Louisiana French, and then depending on how you came to Louisiana, you're Cajun or Creole or both.
Oh, yeah. And Quebec.
I mean, Creole means multiple different things as well, depending on where you
Yeah.
are. And
Yeah.
Quebec French, as in Canadian French, is not French. As a French person, I was on a tour there pointing out, and I said, that's not French.
God, I don't. Oh, actually, damn it! I'm actually going to have to rearrange. I am going to need to learn French if I want to talk to people. Otherwise, I literally will walk in and go, "Good morning."
Hmm.
In actual fact, all you have
good
to do,
morning.
all you have
Right,
to,
I'm going to take my point out of science. I'm going to put it into linguistics, and now I speak French.
Yep.
French.
Oh, yeah,
American.
that'll actually go down
French.
well. But to be fair, the Sabbatin, most of the Sabbats don't give a monkeys about the mortal side. To be really
I
fair.
might.
They-
Yeah, no.
No,
I
you need to know the
imagine-
language of the people you're about to murder. Otherwise, how is she supposed to give them the fear before you go?
Contrary to popular belief, most Quebec do speak English. They just don't want to. When I was there, you have to say bonjour, and then they will use English and not give you a dirty look. They really are like that. What was it?
It's like the French. If you start
Well,
butchering
yeah.
their language, they will immediately switch to English because they hate you butchering their language.
Also, the other thing is that all signs in Quebec are always in French. It's not bilingual, and you can't turn right on the red traffic light because they're not.
They have proper rules of the road.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't trust them. They wouldn't trust them to do that. When I was in Canada, the only time I heard a traffic accident is when I was in Quebec.
I think I've decided my character is actually going to be Canadian because if that way, I am one of the people. Like there's a reason they created the list for war crimes. I'm trying to obtain all of them, and most of them were done because of the Canadians.
Are you going to try and go for like your character was one of those Canadians?
Oh no, my character's not that old.
Oh,
My
okay.
character's not. My character was in the army. There's a reason why I use a chainsaw. I used to be a lumberjack.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Oh
Yeah.
no! You get onto the end part of that song, yeah. Was it suspenders and a bra like my old pies?
It kind of actually makes sense with my skills as well because I do have like survival, so I'm good in those type of outdoor areas. So it kind of makes sense. Maybe I'm a Canadian because of that.
That makes sense.
I only have a little bit of streetwise because there's not many streets in Canada.
No. Okay. I think we've done enough. Just write all this up, and I'll probably listen to this again at some point just to remind me. But I think one thing I will warn: the way the game will do it, it will be a lot more adult than the other games. So if you're offended by swearing and certain things,
No.
yeah, exactly.
If you're offended by swearing, fuck off.
I know, I have to stop myself from swearing all the time.
There will be certain subjects I won't touch on here. Things to do with paedophilia and stuff like that will not be touched. It's that is I'm not comfortable about. If you're not comfortable about anything in the game, tell me, and we'll stop. This is the thing they do with adult games. So, is anything you're uncomfortable about?
That's kind of one good thing about the formulating it into V5 when you add the tenants. It allows you to kind of learn people's limits.
It's same with the things like cult. They do a horror contract, which basically says what you can and can't do in the game. I think there's a lot of games, modern games now do that. So it is a proviso. There's anything you don't like, don't be afraid to say stop, and we will sort of skip over that scene. It will be.
All you need to do is just pull it back and no detail. Just say this is what happens. Leave it. Done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Adam has read it, so you know that some of the subjects are there will be sexual perversions. There will be homosexuality, etc. in there.
Oh, that's so disgusting.
I know.
Yeah.
In Montreal? No.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah, right.
I know, bugger me sideways.
I'd rather not.
It's quite hard to do.
Au revoir, sweet whores of Montreal.
Yeah, and all the seriousness, this is why certain people won't play these sort of games, and Montreal is because of this. As I gathered, as long as you know what you're going into, I've got to get my head into this. This is not going to be played as a camera game. So if you buck up, you are going to get killed, because to really be fair, the Sabbats are not ones of, they will not be subtle. Don't play human being. You're not human, you're vampires. Pure and simple. The people you're dealing with will think exactly the same way. Except people of honourable discourse will be, actually quite nice compared to most, Camarilla vampires.
And that
they're more honest.
Yes,
There's a difference.
They are.
Yes. Lawful good does not mean lawful nice.
No. That's the nice thing I like with the Sabbat is you not limit the paths now become more important. Humanity just seems always in the main camera and something is on the side. With this, you have to follow your paths. Each will have your own sort of morals, and I actually quite like that. In the end, and that is everything I need to say. And so I'll arrange a time for the next game, which won't be till next month. What I'll do is I'll run each of the 3 games I'm running. So this will be the middle game. So I'll run so that would be second or third week of February. I'll post it, and it's up to you guys just to say if you can make it or not.
Oh, I should have considered this.
Ah.
Sorry, I was just looking through the Giovanni book, and there's a background, Spirit Slave.
Oh my god.
Well,
How do you know these things? I have a source.
How do you know anything? I don't know anything.
Yeah,
Who's your sire? What's that?
yeah. As I
Does
said,
your character still think he's a panda, or was that just a joke?
He knows what his clan is. He just doesn't think it means much, and so
Oh, okay, so
no,
he
when
identifies as panda, but he's not actually panda.
yeah, he calls himself a panda mainly because it thinks it sounds like he's a vicious bear, and that's the reasoning why he calls himself a panda, not because he's like unaffiliated with his clan. He doesn't understand the reasoning for it. He just has a completely different reason for doing it.
I've seen some of the pictures being put in the.
I'm kind of just not sure which one to pick. I'm kind of leaning more to the second and third because
Yeah.
the second has that really long neck.
Oh, and I like Ricky's too.
Yeah, that one I like.
Oh,
Are you a Nosferatu?
No, Ventry.
Venture, what happened to your ear?
Oh, I heard it.
Got bitten off.
Yeah, it was like, happens.
Was it a chainsaw? Was it one of those ones where you tried to stop the chainsaw with your ear?
No, I
These
just
are some good
I
pictures.
just accidentally walked into a door.
once you, as you said, once you've decided what the best picture for, just add it to the character. Was it thing as they did with a little description, so you get an idea what you look like. It's just a nice thing. And if someone wants to be really fancy and do a nice symbol for the clan, it's up to you. Or I can think of one for you. 2 fingers sticking up. Or the finger.
I really like for the Chiacid, I really like that first one. I like the second one as well, but I think there's something a bit more because it's almost like Greek god, statue kind of thing, but then it's not. It's quite sinister, that, isn't it?
I'm actually I would be partial to the last one there. It's got that sort of elf-like thing, and also like the elongated neck.
Yeah, I was just thinking it looks a bit too elf,
Yeah,
and
maybe.
not vampire maybe.
And if you're doing a manipulate that, you could darken the eyes down a little, if you've got the skill.
Yeah, I would maybe modernize his clothes a little bit as well because it looks a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could wear those clothes in the modern day, but
Right,
it does.
I'm going to
look
make a
like-
move because I've got to do a couple of little jobs.
Yeah. Right,
I'll see you guys
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
Thank you. I'm going to stop.
This is